projects across Colorado. Build with confidence, build with the best. Find a Union Electrical contractor at ibw68.com/contractors. IBEW Local 68, powering Colorado's future.
Pacific Office Automation is the one source for all of your business technology. Let us help you create your total office solution with copiers and printers, security systems and cameras, managed IT and cloud services, complete conference room packages, unified communications and telephones, including carrier services, plus temperature sensing kiosks and more. The one source for all your office technology solutions. Go to pacificoffice.com. Pacific Office Automation. Problem solved.
Hi, I'm Dr. Goggins from the Restorative Dentistry Group. Is your dental condition holding you back from life? My team of specialists and I are ready to help. At the Restorative Dentistry Group, we specialize in everything from implants to crowns, veneers to dentures. Whatever your dental problem, we can help. We have 6 convenient locations across the Front Range. Book your complimentary consultation now at denversmileagain.com. That's denversmileagain.com, and get the smile you deserve.
The only thing better than a cold, crisp, crushable beer? One that's certified carbon neutral, baby. Meet Mountain Time, the beer that makes it easy to look good, feel good, and do good for the planet. That's what we in the biz call a win-win-win. Plus, it's made by New Belgium, right here in our backyard. So I guess that's a win-win-win-win. So cheers to that. Mountain Time Lager, a proud partner of the Colorado Avalanche, and people who like to win-win-win-win while drinking a cold one.
This is your Colorado Avalanche pregame show on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Today's Avalanche game is brought to you by Kaiser Permanente. With Kaiser Permanente, specialist pharmacists and more are under one roof. Kaiser Permanente, a better idea for healthcare. Welcome back to your Avalanche pregame show presented by Ramos Law as the Avs and the Kings get set for game number 4. The Kings looking to keep their season alive. The Avs looking to move to the second round with a 4-0 sweep. So let me tell you what's going on in the NHL today and yesterday. And we'll tell you what the Avs' future opponent might look like. But there are 4 total playoff games in the NHL today. The first one is the Sabres and the Bruins, and the Bruins are getting stomped. Buffalo has got 6 on them with 6 minutes to go in the third, and the Bruins have scored nothing. It is a 6-0 Sabres lead with 6:02 to go in the game. Buffalo leads this series 2-1. They're about to push the Bruins to the brink of elimination in Boston. This series now comes back to Buffalo for Game 5, right? And they'll have a chance to close the series out and win their first series in, I don't know how many, a decade and a half since the Sabres have won a series. Bo Byram scores in this one. Benson, Doan, as Buffalo jumped on them early. They scored 4 goals in the first period against Boston, and they have allowed 0. Let's see. Lyon has stopped all 19 shots he has faced, while the Bruins have gone through 2 goaltenders in this one, it looks like. Did they pull Swayman in this contest? But either way, it's a 6-0 Sabres advantage. So Boston's going to have to regroup in that one. The games yesterday, before we get to the games later tonight, because we had some fun ones yesterday, there was 3 games. The Carolina Hurricanes became the first team to move on to the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs as they eliminated the Senators with a 4-2 win. Carolina sweeps that series 4-0. So now Carolina gets some time off and waits around. Anderson with 25 saves. Sebastian Aho scored twice in that one. The Pittsburgh Penguins were in Philadelphia to take on the Flyers. Philadelphia, with a win in that game, could have eliminated Pittsburgh, but the Penguins keep their season alive as the Pens get the 4-2 win in Philadelphia. Letang and Crosby both with goals in that one. So Philadelphia with a 3-1 series lead, with the series switching back to Pittsburgh. Okay, that brings us to the Stars Wild series. Now the winner of the Stars Wild series will face the Avs Kings winner, and that means that one of these teams will probably, in most likelihood, face off with Burgundy and Blue, and It's a tie series after the Wild got an overtime win last night. Minnesota and Dallas go to overtime for the second straight game. This time, though, it's Minnesota winning in overtime. 3-2, Wild over the Stars. That series is now tied up at 2 games apiece. And it's a best of 3 with Dallas having home ice. Game number 5 in that series isn't until Tuesday night. I believe, Tuesday night in Dallas will be the 5th game of that series. All right, the 2 other games tonight look like this. Excuse me. There are the 2 late games. After the Avs and Kings game ends, the Lightning will take on the Canadiens in Montreal. Montreal leads that series 2-1. This is obviously a huge pivotal game in that one. And the Edmonton Oilers will take on the Ducks in Anaheim. This is a big opportunity for Anaheim because they got a win last time out. They have a 2-1 series lead. They can push Edmonton to the brink of elimination with a victory, or the Oilers obviously could even things up, but we will see how that goes. The Buffalo game is now... Where is the time on that thing? There is just under 5 to go, and it's still 6-0 Buffalo, so Boston's going to drop this one. We will roll on with the Avalanche pregame show presented by Ramos Law after a quick timeout right here on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
This is your Colorado Avalanche pregame show on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
We're up all night to get lucky. Avs faithful, sweaters are on, skates are laced. The Avalanche are ready for tonight's game. Are you? Stay out of the penalty box by choosing aluminum for your favorite beverage. Let's go all in for the Avalanche.
The winning streak is alive.
All in for aluminum. Ball. All in.
Your business doesn't stop, and neither does Ford. Right now at Phil Long Ford of Denver's Commercial Vehicle Center, pre-order your 2027 Transit, Super Duty, or Expedition today and secure the latest in built Ford tough technology and capability. Or if you need your vehicle right now, save on our remaining 25 and 26 models in stock ready for immediate delivery. For America's best-selling commercial vehicles from the best dealer, come visit us at Phil Long Ford of Denver's Commercial Vehicle Center on Wadsworth, just south of Hamden, or online anytime at phillongdenver.com.
Winter is histo. Did your home get through it okay? Mark Mosher here. You need to find out. That's where my friends at Rock Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical come in. Don't worry about faucets that start leaking, that AC unit that won't run correctly, or the breaker on the fritz. Schedule a home inspection with Rock today and get peace of mind that your home is going to be just right when the warmer weather stays. They've been serving the South Metro for 25 years. They're the best, and that's why they're my go-to. Schedule today online at rockheating.com. That's ROCK heating.com. Rock, bringing comfort home and simplifying your life.
If you could design healthcare from scratch, you want to build a system where doctors, pharmacists, and insurers don't work together, don't talk to each other, and don't even share records. You'd imagine something better, where everyone worked together on the same team, and your next doctor visit isn't across town, but often right down the hall. What if a place like this already existed? At Kaiser Permanente, all of your healthcare comes together to keep you healthier and make life easier. Kaiser Permanente, a better idea for healthcare.
You know you can't watch all your favorite sports without a beer and a brat. Hi, it's Francisco from Rhine House on 14th and Market. Denver sports fans catch all the football, hockey, and basketball at Rhine House. All the action is on 30 big screen TVs. Enjoy House League German brats, house-made pretzels, and dozens of beers from local breweries and all the best German brewers. Rhine House is your home for the home teams. Rhine House, before, during, and after the games at 14th and Market near Ball Arena. Let's go.
Rep the A.
Anxious will steal it away to his left, and Nathan McKinnon down the boards into the circle. McKinnon at the hash marks up top for Taves. Manson available. Manson lets it go. Thrown in front, tucked in by McKinnon. Revenge is a dish best served cold.
And stop by the Altitude Authentics team store at Ball Arena for official Avalanche gear and accessories. Or shop online anytime at altitudeauthentics.com for the latest styles all season long.
This is your Colorado Avalanche pregame show on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Welcome back as we wrap up your Avalanche pregame show presented by Ramos Law right before puck drop for Game 4 between the Avalanche and the Kings there at Crypto.com. Let's check out the injury report brought to you by Ramos Law. Car accident, you need Ramos Law, medical doctor and attorney. Visit RamosLaw.com. There is one name on the Avs injury report. He left early in game number 3, although Coach Bednar didn't seem too worried about it, just calling him really sore. That is Josh Manson. So Manson out with an upper body, at least for this game. That's your injury report brought to you by Ramos Law. Car accident, you need Ramos Law, medical doctor and attorney. Visit RamosLaw.com. Tonight's Avalanche game is brought to you by Intermountain Healthcare, helping people live the healthiest lives possible. All right, let me tell you what else is going on in the world of sports. In the NBA, we've got playoff games today, obviously. There's, what, do we have 3 or 4 of them today? Oh, we got 4 of them today. But last night in the NBA, the Denver Nuggets and the Minnesota Timberwolves met in Game 4 in Minnesota, and the game ended like this.
Pointer Murray won't go.
Another game where Denver shoots under 40% 2 and under 30% from the 3.
Layup on the other. Jokic was pissed off that McDaniels shot a layup. Now he's getting into it with him.
Everybody just let the game go.
Yeah. Why? I'm not sure why McDaniels, the bonehead, made a layup with 1 second left. What a dumbass. And Jokic runs all the way across the floor to get into it with him.
Play will be under review for potential hostile act.
I got to see the replay.
Upon review, it has been determined that both Jokic and Randle will be ejected for their unsportsmanlike conduct after the made basket.
So Mark Davis took the simple way out and just ejected 2 players with 1.3 seconds left.
Yeah, but you know what? Maybe Denver needed a little emotion going into Game 5 on Monday.
You never know.
That was Jason Kosmiski and Scott Hastings describing the kerfuffle there at the end of the Nuggets-Timberwolves game, in which Minnesota beat Denver 112-96. Minnesota leads that series 3-1. They can eliminate Denver with a win tomorrow, but obviously the scuffle at the end, the NBA says they will investigate and announce any fines or suspensions before Game 5 tomorrow, but we did find out that the Minnesota Timberwolves are missing 2 starters now. Dante DiVincenzo is out for the rest of the season with a torn Achilles. Anthony Edwards is going to be out for a while. We don't know how long. He has a hyperextended knee and a bone bruise on that knee, so he's not going to play. He's probably not going to play the rest of this series. It's probably going to be a couple of weeks before he can return, but the Timberwolves did get that win, and they do have a 1-game shot at eliminating the Nuggets. Denver will have to win 3 straight games to move on to the next round. All right, that brings us to the playoff games today and what's going on in the NBA tonight. The first game was the Cavs and Raptors in Toronto, and you know what? The Cavs look like they might have dominated this series. No. The Raptors won this game today to even up the series at 2. Toronto gets the 93-89 win over Cleveland. They held the Cavs to 89 points. James Harden had 19. Scotty Barnes, 23 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists. And the Raptors and the Cavs are even at 2 games apiece. So it's a best of 3 going back to Cleveland. The Spurs and Blazers are going at it, and guess what? Victor Wembanyama has cleared concussion protocol, so he is playing. Wemby is back. It's not helping him right now because the Blazers have a 15-point lead. Excuse me. Okay. Sorry. 15-point lead in the second quarter. 45-30. Portland has jumped all over San Antonio. This is Game 4. The Spurs lead this series 2-1. Man, who is that? Devin Vassell just made it? No. The Blazers.
Edmondson's with Brant Clark, and Brian Dumoulin is with Cody C.
Celtics and Sixers play Game 4 of that series in Philadelphia. Boston with the 2-1 lead. That happens here in a couple hours. The late game tonight is the Lakers and the Rockets in Houston, and you know what can happen tonight? Lakers can sweep those guys. It's crazy. The Lakers have a chance to eliminate Houston after winning that overtime game last time out. The Lakers have a 3-0 series lead in that one. So we'll see if LA moves on or if Houston can force a Game 5. We will find out. In Major League Baseball, you get all the Rockies you can handle today because they were rained out yesterday. Rockies and Mets rained out yesterday, so we get a doubleheader today. Ooh, unless it's rained out today. I haven't even looked. Did they rain out? Is it raining? Oh, no. Oh, no. Hold on. No. They played the first one. We're good. Rockies, matter of fact, beat the Mets. A 3-1 Rockies win in that one over the Metropolitans. That's game 1, and they're about to start game number 2 here in just about 5 minutes time. So that's what's going on in Major League Baseball. But it is time right now to get it on. It's the Colorado Avalanche and the LA Kings in game number 4. Connor McGahey with Puck Drop next right here on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Lace 'em up, Colorado. Puck Drop is next on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Discover incredible savings at the Mountain High Appliance Clearance Center in Denver. I'm Brad Barnett, president of Mountain High Appliance. Our clearance center offers a huge selection of ranges, refrigerators, laundry, and more. Save up to 60% on open box, scratch and dent, display models, and overstocked appliances from Bosch, Thermador, KitchenAid, and many more. When you're looking for great deals on appliances, our clearance center is your go-to destination for the best prices and selection.
Mountain High Appliance, your favorite appliance store.
Thank you.
This song doesn't have a name, but if it did, it'd probably be something about togetherness, because it's a collaboration, not between pop stars and producers, but between music therapists and kids. Music therapy is a treatment that doesn't involve medication or needles, and it's been proven to help children manage pain and contribute to faster healing. So it shouldn't surprise you, it's our favorite song. And just one way we partner with you for a life well lived. Intermountain Health. The power of we.
Style and substance. That's GMC Sierra. We are professional grade. Well-qualified lessees get a 24-month ultra-low mileage lease for around $349 per month with $49.89 due at signing on a 2026 GMC Sierra 1500 Elevation Crew Cab with a 5.3-liter V8 engine. See your Colorado GMC dealers. Tax, title, license, dealer fees extra. No security deposit required. Your payments may vary. Mileage charge of 25 cents per mile over 20,000 miles at participating dealers only. Visit GMCOfferinfo.com for details.
Unlock the savings at Boost Mobile and save up to $600 a year. I've been scouting these big carriers for a minute now, and I've seen them pull the same play 1,000 times. They promise you the world, then hit you with a price hike right when the game gets tight. But Boost Mobile, their $25 a month unlimited wireless plan is the most consistent player on the floor. No contracts, no price hikes. Unlock the savings today at boostmobile.com/unlock. Based on average annual single line payment of AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile customers compared to 12 months of the Boost Mobile unlimited wireless plan as of January 2026. For full offer details, visit boostmobile.com.
All Copy Products is a one-stop shop for all your office technology needs. Whether you're looking for a brand new office copier, state-of-the-art espresso machine, or for professional help with your IT environment, All Copy Products is devoted to helping you overcome your everyday workplace challenges and focus more on your core business. Find out how All Copy Products can help your company maximize its efficiency with their award-winning service today by visiting www.allcopyproducts.com.
The best way to follow the Stanley Cup playoffs is here. The NHL app is your place to get every highlight from every game of every series. Behind-the-scenes playoff content you won't get anywhere else. The most NHL Edge advanced stats, keeping you up to date from round 1 through the Stanley Cup final. When it comes to following the playoffs, don't settle for anything less. The Stanley Cup playoffs are better on the NHL app.
The Altitude Sports Radio Network welcomes you to award-winning coverage of Colorado Avalanche hockey. Thursday night, the reality began to set in for LA.
Colorado is now one win away from moving on to round number 2.
This afternoon, there shall be no mercy. Let's slam the door and let's go Avs.
McCarr shot, he scores! Oh, hail, hail!
No mercy, and I won't back down.
It's Colorado and Los Angeles.
Get behind Forsberg and go off for a change. 1:23 to go in the power play for Los Angeles. 9:47 to go in the scoreless first period in Game 4. Dumped around by Kopitar. Far side half wall. Logan O'Connor got in there. Puck will squirt loose. Clark lets it go. Tipped wide of the net of Scott Wedgwood. Rebound is picked up by O'Connor. Can he clear? Yes, he can. Over the stick of Clark. Barely to the red line. The Kings have to get out of the pool. Launched back in by LaFerriere. And now Brent Burns will slap it down ice with a minute gone in the power play. Both teams will make their respective changes. Clark lost it, able to get it back away from Val Nichushkin. Picked up by Quentin Byfield. He handed it off. Brock Nelson got a piece of it, somehow went right back to Byfield. And he'll send it to the near wall. Feet below the goal line, intercepted by Taves. Puck not cleared, and now Drew Doughty trying to get it deep. Skied his backhand. It went into the screen, and play halts with exactly 9 minutes to go in the first period. 34 seconds to go in the Kings' second power play of the game, their 15th opportunity of the series. That's one thing that has not really been close. The Avs have only had 9 power plays. Big draw here for Brock Nelson. So what? So let's dance. Face-off won by Los Angeles. Back for Doughty along the half wall. Speared loose by Taves. Collected by Ward off the far wall. Lawton returns it to Trevor Moore. His pass is cut off by Cale Makar. Val Nichushkin has the extra effort to poke it back to the LA line. 17 seconds to go in the power play. It's Doughty for Byfield across the giant crown at center ice. Byfield trying to get through Cale Makar. Makar forces him wide, throws a hit on Byfield. Puck ends up back to neutral ice. Drew Doughty has to receive it from Taylor Ward, and that will do it for the second power play for Los Angeles. They are 0 for 2. And got one shot on that second power play. 3 total between the two. Hit thrown by Malinsky. Behind the net, loose puck. Pursued by McKinnon. Stuck up against the wall in between Jared Wright's skate and Sam Malinsky's. It's hacked loose. Natchez leans in for a reverse hit. And now it's worked to center ice as Brett Kulak tries to get it deep. He's held up. Dumoulin leaned in for a hip check and missed in the same spot as Mikey Anderson did. Now Marty Natchez without a glove on, going to war in the corner. 7:43 to go in the first period. Puck is stuck in the Kings zone, left side of Forsberg. Natchez still doesn't have a glove on his right hand. He's trying to get it on there. He's also being held. Puck comes loose. Natchez back to the point of Malinsky, who lets it go. Blocked out high by Hellenius. And now Malinsky again tries to motor it deep. Kings will get there, and they'll clear it wide of Wedgwood. Icing on Los Angeles with 7:23 to go in the first. Icings are brought to you by your favorite appliance store, Mountain High Appliance. 5 locations in Colorado. Visit mountainhighappliance.com. So Colorado going with Waugh, Kadri, Lehkonen, Taves, and Brent Burns. Brings up one by Waugh. Kadri to his left to the point, and Taves settles it down, gets it behind the net. Dumoulin battling there. Waugh trying to dig it out. Does. Waugh for Kadri. Can't go back up top. Kadri moving in between the circles. Poked away from him. Burns. Now Taves lets it go. Blocker save Forsberg. Knocked down by Quentin Byfield. And now I believe we have a penalty coming up on the Kings. Similar instance to what happened a moment ago. Let's get confirmation.
Los Angeles 2, minor penalty interference.
Power play for the Avalanche when we come back. 7:03 to go in the first in LA. Kings nothing, Avalanche nothing here in Game 4. You're listening to the Stanley Cup playoffs on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Championship teams win with the right playbook. At Ramos Law, we have the most unique playbook in the industry. I'm a medical doctor and attorney. I understand your injuries, how they impact your life, and I know exactly how to explain them in court. That's why our clients have a winning record. Ramos Law, the ultimate playbook for your injury case.
When your project demands safety, reliability, and skilled craftsmanship, hire a contractor backed by IBEW Local 68. Our electricians complete over 10,000 hours of training, deliver industry-leading safety performance, and bring the expertise needed for commercial, industrial, and renewable energy projects across Colorado. Build with confidence, build with the best. Find a union electrical contractor at IBEW68.com/contractors. IBEW Local 68, powering Colorado's future.
The only thing better than a cold, crisp, crushable beer? One that's certified carbon neutral, baby. Meet Mountain Time, the beer that makes it easy to look good, feel good, and do good for the planet. That's what we in the biz call a win-win-win. Plus, it's made by New Belgium, right here in our backyard. So I guess that's a win-win-win-win. So cheers to that. Mountain Time Lager, a proud partner of the Colorado Avalanche, and people who like to win-win-win-win while drinking a cold one.
The Stanley Cup Playoffs. The Avalanche and Kings on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Here we go.
7:03 to go in the first period. Crypto.com Arena in L.A. No score, Avs and Kings in the first period of game number 4. Colorado going on the power play, powered by Groove Toyota. Start here, go anywhere on Broadway in Englewood. We're online at GrooveToyota.com. Avs 0 for 9 in the playoffs. 15th out of 16 teams in the first round. Looking to win the draw here, they do. Pass back for Nazem Kadri, deflected. Aggressive penalty kill from the Kings. They had the 30th PK ranked in the NHL during the regular season. Landeskog at the goal line. Now for Kadri, they finally have the Kings collapse down deep. One-timer from McKinnon, and he scores! Right on cue! The Mac attack is back, Jack! The power play finds Paydert, and it's 1-0 Colorado. Good patience there from Landeskog and Kadri. Able to connect with McKinnon, who just had flames coming off the end of that puck with a one-timer. It goes through the legs of Anton Forsberg, and the Avalanche score their first power play goal of the series to go up 1-0 here in the first period of Game 4. Squeaked in. They don't ask how, they ask how many. The Avalanche have one power play goal on one opportunity. The Kings didn't score on any of theirs here in the first period. Makar off the faceoff, went in his own zone. Taves at center ice. Hopped over the stick of Ross Colton. Has to go off the sideboards. And this is an unforced error on Colorado. It's icing with 6:29 to go in the first period. Shots are 6-5 Kings. When Colorado has the 1-0 lead, McKinnon's first of the series. Kadri and Landeskog get the helpers. Landeskog scored 2 goals in the series versus LA before he got an assist. But now he is tied for the team lead in points with Arturi Lehkonen with 3. Face-off won by the Kings, but Val Nichushkin able to squeak through the D and get there first. Launched in by Ross Colton. That misses high left side. Nichushkin took a hit. Puck comes loose. Kempe and Panarin with it. Panarin will get to the red line and send it around. Taves back behind the net. Brock Nelson is there. Hacks it up the near boards. Val Nichushkin receives it. Tosses it into the path of Taves on the Kings side of center. He'll dump it in. Now it's Val Nichushkin. Down to the corner around Anze Kopitar. Kopitar for Joel Edmondson, and he goes skyward down to center ice, where it's slowed down by Nick Blankenberg. Up in the charge is Jack Drury. Bounces it in on Anton Forsberg. He tosses it aside. Quick passing down low for Parker Kelly. Kelly with it. Turns on the forehand. He's run over with the cross check. Still on the ice. That hit coming from Mikey Anderson. Now a crowd gathers. Jack Drury there to help his teammate out. 5.5 to go in the first period. 1-0 Avalanche. Power play goal by Nathan McKinnon. Another cross check there by Mikey Anderson. He can do no wrong. First one was on Parker Kelly. Next one's on Jack Drury. This is handed off. Burns lets it go. Save made Forsberg. Rebound not cleared. Back for Burns at the point. Shot tipped by Parker Kelly wide. Jack Drury for Logan O'Connor. Outstretched Panarin will settle it down. And now it's Edmondson. Panarin will get it back across center ice to his right, and Quinn Byfield just off the bench. His backhander misses. Logan O'Connor and Landeskog work into the blue line, barely on towards center ice. Landeskog hit by Byfield. Puck back on the stick of Mikey Anderson. Trevor Moore with it. Moore around Jack Drury. Excuse me, that's 88, not 18. Marty Necas. Kings able to get it back. LaFerriere wraps it around. Sam Malinsky, far corner, lost the puck. And now it's Moore who loses it to Landeskog. Reaching it is Blankenberg into the path of Nathan McKinnon. Underneath for Marty Necas. All the way through for Malinsky, a one-timer off his stick. And that goes out of the rink. Play stops. We'll take another timeout. 4:26 to go in the first in L.A. Nathan McKinnon has a power play goal, and the Avalanche have a 1-0 lead over the Kings. You're listening to the Stanley Cup Playoffs on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Avs faithful, choosing aluminum makes you the MVP. Like a top-shelf slapper or a game-winning assist, aluminum makes an impact. Whether you're cheering from the stands or at home, you can assist by buying and recycling aluminum. Visit aluminumassists.com to be a part of the action. Let's go all in for the Avalanche. All in for aluminum. Ball. All in.
The biggest savings of the year from the oldest family-owned Toyota dealership in the Denver Metro. Groove Toyota. Limited time. During the over and above sales event. 53 pre-owned vehicles under $15,000. Visit GrooveToyota.com to see the selection. Don't wait. Find your groove with pre-owned vehicles under $15,000 at GrooveToyota.com. Start here. Go anywhere.
Offer expires 5/4/26. Not all will qualify. Restrictions apply. With approved credit, call 720-961-4465 for complete details.
Hi, I'm Dr. Goggins from the Restorative Dentistry Group. Is your dental condition holding you back from life? My team of specialists and I are ready to help. At the Restorative Dentistry Group, we specialize in everything from implants to crowns, veneers to dentures. Whatever your dental problem, we can help. We have 6 convenient locations across the Front Range. Book your complimentary consultation now at denversmileagain.com. That's denversmileagain.com, and get the smile you deserve.
You've got the Avalanche on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
.26 to go in the first period in Los Angeles. The Avalanche have a 1-0 lead over the Kings in game number 4. A power play goal from Nathan McKinnon. Today's Avalanche game brought to you by Kaiser Permanente. With Kaiser Permanente, specialists, pharmacists, and more are under one roof. Kaiser Permanente, a better idea for healthcare. Face-off won by the Kings in their own zone. Cody Ceci, Kings leader in playoff games played. Will get it to the red line. Tipped in. Sam Malinsky there first. Puck took a weird bounce off the dasher board, and now it settles down behind Nazem Kadri, who couldn't seem to find it. Malinsky got it back, shuffleboarded by Kadri ahead. Now Nicholas Waugh gave it back to Kadri underneath, and now it's dumped in by Colorado as they get through Los Angeles' neutral zone trap. Ceci trying to get out. Arturi Lehkonen keeps him in. Waugh couldn't get a stick down on the ice. Got tangled with Ceci. Able to get it back to the point in the car. Now Malinsky, top of the near circle shot. Save made by Forsberg. Rebound is there. It was at the feet of Arturi Lehkonen, and he got tangled up. It was there for the taking. Forsberg found it first, and he'll freeze things with 3:43 to go in our first period. Again, shots are now 8-6 Colorado, who have woken up a little bit. McKinnon, 5th most points per game in the playoffs in the history of the National Hockey League. Only Gretzky, Lemieux, McDavid, and Draisaitl are ahead of him. He'll take the face-off and win it away from Byfield. He's just been a master in this series, has McKinnon. Necas from Taves down in the corner, trying to get around the referee, Andrew Doughty. Succeeds. Landeskog back for Necas. He'll look past below the goal line, and Nathan McKinnon wards off his man, throws it through the crease, nobody home. Natchez picks it up, skates to the point. Now he turns back deep, lobs it in on Forsberg, looking for some sort of chaos, and Forsberg will hang on to it with 3:21 to go in the first period. 1-0 Colorado. Avs power play. Just had 12 shots in the previous 9 attempts. They score on their 13th. Byfield against McKinnon again. 62.1% in the series, but Byfield wins this one. 62% is not 100%. 60% of the time, it works every time. Moore is offside here. 3 minutes and 12 seconds to go in period number 1, where Colorado leads 1-0. An offside pass, so that will come all the way back to the dot in front of the Kings bench. Changes can be made. Landeskog, McKinnon, and Natchez will go off. It is Ross Colton, Brock Nelson, down the Chushkin out there with Taves and McCarr. Nelson is asked to leave. I don't think we've had one face-off where, sorry, that last one between Byfield and McKinnon, where both centermen were allowed to stay the entire time. Avs from the draw, Taves from McCarr. He moves to the red line, keeps it himself. Avs stay onside. Down the Chushkin, tosses a shot towards Forsberg, block, gloves it back to himself. Now it's Ross Colton towards the net. That misses. Down the Chushkin, trying to get there ahead of his fellow countryman Artemi Panarin. Kings send it far side for Adrian Kempe. Kempe holds up. Down to the corner of Kopitar. Bumped aside nicely by Ross Colton. Trying to stick Al out of the zone, but always hard to do that with a two-time Selke winner, and Anze Kopitar. Avs able to avoid some danger, get it clumsily into the King zone, but they'll make some changes. LA will too. 2:24 to go in the first. Clark to the red line, dumps it in. Brent Burns with it. Backhand through space to Logan O'Connor. Tries to flip it around Cody Ceci. Dumoulin gets there first. Hit thrown by Jack Drury out in front. Parker Kelly lets it go. A left pad save made by Forsberg. Dumoulin sends it ahead. Burns got a piece of it offside on Los Angeles one more time. Colorado playing LA very well at their own game. And now Hellenius comes in to try and stir the pot with Brent Burns. And Burns, I'm sure, is saying, and you are? Now Blankenberg and Malott getting after it. Drury comes in. Ceci will toss him down to the ice. Blankenberg's been involved in a couple scuffles now. I guarantee you Burns said to Hellenius, and you are? Drury and Malott want to go, and maybe they will. Linesmen are going to let him go. Helmets are off, waiting for the gloves to pop off as Malott will throw Drury down to the ice. It was more an entanglement than a fight. The linesmen thought that they were going to go, but nobody could get their gear off in time. Drury's head is still exposed and took a bump down onto the ice. That's a little dangerous for Malott. Like, it's over. Surrender. They're still jawing after each other. Jeff Malott, got to see who that is. 29-year-old left winger on the fourth line, and now Sammy Hellenius and Logan O'Connor going after it. This is what this line for the Kings is designed to do, and the Avalanche can't get too caught up in it. Parker Kelly trying to get Taylor Ward away from the pile. There's a lot of third man in situations here. Burns has lost a helmet. Jack Drury already has his off. There is 2 minutes and 2 seconds to go in the first period. The Avalanche have a 1-0 lead on a Nathan McKinnon power play goal. Hellenius is being brought to center ice and the Kings bench with 2:02 to go in the first period. He's going to go to the dressing room. I would take the advice of Elsa and let it go. Now let's see what Graham Skilliter and Frederick Lecrier come up with in all of this fracas. Captains Kopitar and Landeskog wait for information outside the half circle in between the penalty boxes. Drury and Malott, I believe, have already gone down. Well, Drury hasn't. Drury's in the box. Malott and Hellenius have. Nathan McKinnon has gone to pick up Drury's glove, stick, and helmet. Just one glove. I think he was able to hold on to the other one the whole time. There's another loose twig to the right of Scott Wedgwood. He pokes that aside. Sweeps that to the blue line. Two minutes, 2 seconds to go in the first period. A 1-0 Colorado Avalanche lead in Game 4, up 3-0 in the series. Here are those penalties.
Number 79, LA's got a 2 for roughing and a 10-minute misconduct. Number 39 for LA's got a 2 minutes for roughing. Number 18 for Colorado's got a minor for roughing also. Power play 2 minutes, Colorado.
And as should be the case. I mean, Malott and Hellenius were involved the worst to the degree of Jack Drury. So the Avalanche will get a power play with 2 minutes and 2 seconds to go in the first period. They scored on their last one. And Hellenius gets the 10-minute misconduct attached to that, so he can't come back for the next 12 minutes of gameplay. So halfway through the hockey game is when he can return. So McKinnon, Landeskog, Natchez, Kadri, and McCarr are out there for the Groove Toyota power play, which the Avs are 1-for-1 on so far in this game. Faceoff is won by the Kings. And Scott Lawton will power it ahead. Groove Toyota start here, go anywhere on Broadway and Englewood or online at GrooveToyota.com. Cale Makar, left side circle in his own zone, brings it ahead, leaves it for Nathan McKinnon. To the left side, and Gabe Landeskog. He'll tap it deep. Makar picks it up. Kings get there first. Playing didn't work. It's batted down ice by Los Angeles. Wedgwood and Lawton go toe-to-toe, and Wedgwood stick handles behind his net, leaves it in the right corner for McKinnon. Cross center ice he comes. Now leads it. Snappy for Marty Natchez. Landeskog can't get out of a jam. Trevor Moore hacked away by Cale Makar. Puck is back behind Moore. Hit thrown by Nathan McKinnon. That frees up Marty Natchez. And now Nazem Kadri down the boards. Landeskog stays with it. Picked up by Kadri to the deep slot, and Makar he holds. Far boards Nathan McKinnon. Away from LaFerriere. Natchez back from McKinnon in the corner. 1 minute to go in the period. McKinnon with the puck behind the Kings net. Power play goal here would go a long way on front for Landeskog. Puck is behind Forsberg, and the rebound trickles wide. Forsberg has looked behind him on more occasions tonight as the Kings clear the puck with 40 seconds to go in the period. That was almost 2-0. Kadri lost it, pokes it away from Byfield, back for Natchez in the Colorado zone. Natchez to the red line, hangs on to it, leaves it for Sam Malinsky, who's just on the ice. Back for Natchez, gave it away to Lawton. A sort of a pass to nowhere as Makar is outnumbered in his own zone. If he can get through the two-man forecheck, the Avs have numbers up ice with 12 seconds left. He'll keep it himself. Into the Kings and Makar. Towards the net, that misses. Brock Nelson towards the cage. That misses too. 4 seconds to go in the period, not cleared. Malinsky wide open as Brock Nelson went off his skate. Couldn't get it to his stick for a shot. Period 1 is done. Nelson takes a bump after the fact from Scott Lawton. And let's hope that extracurricular stuff doesn't last too long from the LA Kings here this afternoon. When we come back, Mark Bertinoli will take over at Buffalo Rose and Golden with the Intermission Report with the help of Chris Mitchell in Lone Tree. It's the Intermission Report featuring scores and highlights from this game and around the world of sports. We will also hear from Avalanche forward Ross Colton. But after 20 minutes of play in Los Angeles in Game 4, Nathan McKinnon has the power play goal. The Avalanche have a 1-0 lead over the Kings. These are the Stanley Cup playoffs on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Colorado Avalanche hockey.
Logan O'Connor off the mistake. O'Connor. One time. Kiviranta a shot. Tipped on. Rebound. That's a goal.
Your Avalanche Intermission Report is next
That's right, Iceman! I am dangerous!
on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
You already know that I'm a medical doctor and an attorney. Does it make a difference? Consider this. In medicine, you go to a specialist for the best care. And in law, you should as well. At Ramos Law, I bring my experience as an emergency medicine physician into the courtroom. We speak the language of doctors and the language of law. That means better understanding, better advocacy, and better results. Ramos Law. What makes us different makes us better.
Hi, it's Chris and Amy from Rock Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Our favorite cave customer, Flint's Twin Cave babies, are grown quickly, just like the sprouting spring flowers.
To keep his cave running smoothly, Flint scheduled a whole home plumbing inspection with Rock, trusted by Colorado families for 25 years.
You can ensure your plumbing is spring ready and enjoy rock solid peace of mind by scheduling an inspection today. Visit rockheating.com.
Rock, bringing comfort home and simplifying your life.
All Copy Products is a one-stop shop for all your office technology needs. Whether you're looking for a brand new office copier, state-of-the-art espresso machine, or for professional help with your IT environment, All Copy Products is devoted to helping you overcome your everyday workplace challenges and focus more on your core business. Find out how All Copy Products can help your company maximize its efficiency with their award-winning service today by visiting www.allcopyproducts.com.
The biggest savings of the year from the oldest family-owned Toyota dealership in the Denver Metro, Groove Toyota. Limited time during the Over and Above sales events. Over 300 Toyota Tacomas. Only $329 a month lease. Visit GrooveToyota.com. Find your groove with 329 Tacomas at GrooveToyota.com. Start here, go anywhere.
Closed and lease for 36 months with $35.99 to its signing. Zero security deposit on approved credit. Call 720-961-4465 for complete details. Offer expires 5/4/26.
That's it, man. That's it, man.
No more!
Colorado Avalanche Hockey.
I like our start, boys. I love our start.
This is your Avalanche Intermission Report.
Sharp physically, sharp mentally. We are going to have success.
Avalanche Intermission on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Tonight's Avalanche game is brought to you by Intermountain Healthcare, helping people live the healthiest lives possible. Welcome, I'm Mark Bertinoli, and I'm coming to you live from the Buffalo Rose here in Golden, Colorado. And after 20 minutes of hockey in LA, the Avalanche lead the Kings by a score of 1-0. Coming up here in your first intermission report, we'll get to all the fun stuff that's happening in the world of sports. We got, obviously, 3 other Stanley Cup playoff games tonight. We got 4 NBA playoff games on this Sunday, right? Yeah, we got 4 of them, and one of them's final. One's about to go final. The Rockies are playing a doubleheader in New York against the Metropolitans. All that is coming up. But first, let's go ahead and listen to the highlights from the first period of this hockey game. The Avalanche and Kings meet in game number 4 there at Crypto.com Arena. The Avalanche come into this series with a 3-0 lead for this game. So that means that they can end the series with a win today. The LA Kings are trying to force a Game 5 back here in Denver on Wednesday night and see what happens from there. The Avalanche, well, this is the 8th time in franchise history that they have had a 3-0 series lead in a playoff series, and they've won every single one of those playoff series. But the LA Kings are one of the few teams in the history of sports to rally from a 0-3 deficit. They did that in 2014 when they somehow found a way to beat the Kings in 4 straight to take that series. So a lot to play for today in this one. And as you might imagine, as we have been like through this entire series, low-scoring affair. There was just 1 goal in that first period. The Colorado Avalanche were on the power play, and that's when Nathan MacKinnon did what Nathan MacKinnon does.
Now for Kadri, they finally have the Kings collapse down deep. One-timer from MacKinnon, and he scores! Right on cue! The Mac attack is back, Jack! The power play finds pay dirt, and it's 1-0 Colorado.
MacKinnon His first goal of the series from Kadri and Landeskog at 13-13, and Colorado goes up 1-0. Things got chippy there with about 2 minutes to go in a game as the two teams came together. There was a lot of face washing and hugging and pushing and shoving. When it was all said and done, the Avs did have a power play, but after one period of hockey, they did not score on that power play. The Avs have that 1-0 lead. Right now, the Avs are out shooting the Kings 11-7. Face-off win percentage, 52.4 for LA, 47.6 for Colorado. Power play, what? Oh, sorry. Wrong number. I was like, wait, how many power plays? The Avs 1 for 2, and the Kings 0 for 2 with a man advantage. The Avs have a 1-0 lead after one. We will continue with your first intermission report after a quick timeout right here on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Rep the A.
Just will steal it away to his left, and Nathan McKinnon down the boards into the circle. McKinnon at the hash marks up top for Taves. Manson available. Manson lets it go. Thrown in front, tucked in by McKinnon. Revenge is a dish best served cold.
And stop by the Altitude Authentics team store at Ball Arena for official Avalanche gear and accessories. Or shop online anytime at altitudeauthentics.com for the latest styles all season long.
You know you can't watch all your favorite sports without a beer and a brat. Hi, it's Francisco from Ryan House on 14th and Market. Denver sports fans catch all the football, hockey, and basketball at Ryan House. All the action is on 30 big screen TVs. Enjoy House League German brats, house-made pretzels, and dozens of beers from local breweries and all the best German brewers. Ryan House is your home for the home teams. Ryan House, before, during, and after the games at 14th and Market near Ball Arena. Let's go.
Style and substance. That's GMC Sierra. We are professional grade. Well-qualified lessees get a 24-month ultra-low mileage lease for around $349 per month with $49.89 due at signing on a 2026 GMC Sierra 1500 Elevation Crew Cab with a 5.3-liter V8 engine. See your Colorado GMC dealers. Tax, title, license, dealer fees extra. No security deposit required. Your payments may vary. Mileage charge of 25 cents per mile over 20,000 miles at participating dealers only. Visit GMCOfferInfo.com for details.
Discover incredible savings at the Mountain High Appliance Clearance Center in Denver. I'm Brad Barnett, president of Mountain High Appliance. Our clearance center offers a huge selection of ranges, refrigerators, laundry, and more. Save up to 60% on open box, scratch and dent, display models, and overstocked appliances from Bosch, Thermador, KitchenAid, and many more. When you're looking for great deals on appliances, our clearance center is your go-to destination for the best prices and selection.
Mountain High Appliance, your favorite appliance store.
Thank you.
Avalanche Intermission continues now on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Welcome back to your first intermission report where the Avalanche lead the Kings by a score of 1-0 after one. Let's head back to Crypto.com. Here is Connor McGay standing by with one of the Avs players. Connor.
All right, Berto, thanks very much. Joined downstairs by Ross Colton. Avs up 1-0 over the Kings here in Game 4. Ross, you always know that when a team's on the verge of elimination, their first punch is going to be a hard one. How do you think you guys survived their storm there in the first 5 or 6 minutes there?
Yeah, no, like you said it perfectly. We knew that they were going to come on with a strong push. First 5-10. Obviously wasn't our best, but I thought we weathered it. And then after that, we did some good job, drawing some penalties and then getting back to our game.
What do you think is the key to beating the LA Kings? You guys have done it 3 times in the series, but sort of similar ways but different, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it's tough. They do a great job in the D zone. I think they clog it up in the neutral. So I think for us, our team's identity is we like to play fast. But at the same time we're playing sound defensively. So again, I think that starts in the neutral zone, getting pucks deep. I know it's cliche, but play the right way, get pucks behind their D, and then force some turnovers.
Do you guys view elimination games where you can knock off an opponent differently than any other regular playoff game, or are they all the same?
I think they're all the same. Again, it's just a matter of playing your game. You don't like to look too far in the series. Obviously, they got here for a reason. They're a great team. It's 1-0 after the first, and we just got to keep doing the job.
Ross, thanks for the time. Good luck. Let's get her done.
Awesome. Thanks, brother.
That is Ross Colton, one of our favorites. Avs have a 1-0 lead over the Kings after one, Berto, as we send it back to you.
All right, gentlemen, thank you much. Let me tell you what's going on in the world of sports today, because we got a lot of playoff action. In the NHL, there are 3 other playoff games, 2 later tonight. The Lightning and the Canadiens will meet here in a couple hours in Montreal in game number 4 of that series. Montreal leads the series 2-1, so this is obviously a huge one for both those teams. The late game tonight is the Oilers at the Ducks in Anaheim, and Anaheim, after scoring, was it 4 goals in the third? They scored 7. They put 7 on the Oilers in game 3 to win that thing. They lead this series 2-1. This game tonight is in Anaheim at the Honda Center, so this is a huge one. Ducks could push the Oilers to the brink of elimination if they get that win tonight, and watch Edmonton freak out when that happens, or if that happens. So that's what's happening in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Well, I guess I should mention the one early game today, Sabres and Bruins, was all Buffalo. I mean, the Bruins scored a goal in that thing, but it was way late, didn't matter. The Sabres were up 6-0. Matter of fact, the Sabres jumped on them in the first period and then never looked back. Scored 4 goals in the first, won that thing 6-1. Buffalo has pushed the Bruins to the brink of the limit. Boston was bad tonight, in Boston no less. 6-1 win and a 3-1 series lead for the Sabres. Okay, over in the NBA playoffs, things are getting good as we get down to some of the clinching games of this series. Now, last night the Nuggets were in Minnesota to face the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves lost 2 starters in that game. They lost Dante DiVincenzo and Anthony Edwards, and Dante's out for the season, and Anthony Edwards isn't going to come back in this series. He would have to come back later as he hyperextended his knee. He also has a bone bruise after last night's game. And if you were watching, the Nuggets and Timberwolves got into a scuffle late. Like, I mean, if it was hockey, this would mean nothing. But it's the NBA, which means some people might get suspended. Some people are definitely going to get fined. We were not going to know that until tomorrow, though. It seems like, at least according to Shams and ESPN and some of the NBA insiders, doesn't look like we're going to get anything on that until tomorrow. But the Timberwolves got a win in that one, 112-96. The Nuggets have now been pushed to the brink of elimination. Denver must win tomorrow night here in Denver to force a game number 6 back in Minnesota. Then they hope to force a game 7 a week from today, I think, it's Saturday. Actually, it'll be next Saturday. Will be game 7. So that's what's going on with the Nuggets. The games today in the NBA playoffs. So the first game saw the Toronto Raptors beat the Cleveland Cavaliers 93-89, which means that series is tied at 2 games apiece. Yeah, the Cavs are. It looked like they were going to dominate after that first game. It looked like they rolled Toronto in that first game, but no. The Raptors have come back and tied the series. Scotty Barnes scores 23, has 9 rebounds and 6 assists. James Harden had 19 of the 89 the Cavs scored. So not a big scoring game for Cleveland. You know what? Let's see what they shot from the field. Let's see if it's worse than what the Nuggets shot last night at 38%. They shot. Oh, Toronto won that game shooting 32%. Are you kidding me, man? Oh, the Raptors shot 32% from the field and 13% from 3, and they somehow found a way to beat the Cavaliers. That is free throw line. Free throw line. They took 36 free throws. They made 26 of them. The Cavs only had 15 free throws. Well, they 15 and 23. Ooh. Okay, so that's how that game played out. And in the series is tied. Spurs and Blazers are going on right now. Now, this series has the Spurs leading it 2-1. Victor Wembanyama cleared concussion protocol, and he is back. He is playing today. Matter of fact, he's got 21 points and 9 rebounds and 4 steals. And the Spurs, who were getting housed early, has come roaring back in the second half. So crazy. The Blazers outscored the Spurs 33-18 in the second quarter. And then the Spurs responded by outscoring the Blazers 33-16 in the third quarter. And San Antonio has an 84-77 lead with 8 minutes and 16 seconds to go in the game. The 2 playoff games later tonight in the NBA. Celtics in Philadelphia facing the Sixers. Boston leads that series 2-1. And the Lakers and the Rockets go out into Houston in Game 4. The Lakers can eliminate Houston with a win. They would sweep the Rockets if they get the win tonight, as LA has a 3-0 series lead. Over in Major League Baseball, the Rockies are playing a doubleheader today after getting rained out yesterday in New York. Right now, the Rockies lead the Mets 3-0 in the top of the third. Earlier this afternoon, the Rockies beat the Mets 3-1. In our game, the Avalanche have a 1-0 lead over the Kings. Second period with Connor McGahey is next right here on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Pacific Office Automation is the one source for all of your business technology. Let us help you create your total office solution with copiers and printers, security systems and cameras, managed IT and cloud services, complete conference room packages, unified communications and telephones, including carrier services, plus temperature sensing kiosks and more. The one source for all your office technology solutions. Go to pacificoffice.com. Pacific Office Automation. Problem solved.
The biggest savings of the year from the oldest family-owned Toyota dealership in the Denver Metro. Groove Toyota. Limited time. During the Over and Above sales event. 53 pre-owned vehicles under $15,000. Visit GrooveToyota.com to see the selection. Don't wait. Find your groove with pre-owned vehicles under $15,000 at GrooveToyota.com. Start here. Go anywhere.
Offer expires 5/4/26. Not all will qualify. Restrictions apply. With approved credit, call 720-961-4465 for complete details.
From the street, your home siding is about style. From close up, it's about protection. Especially in Colorado, where wildfire risk is part of the conversation. At Bellwether Windows, Siding and Doors, we install siding as part of a complete system built to help resist fire, manage heat, and protect what's inside. Your home will look incredible, but more importantly, it will be ready for anything Colorado can dish out. Bellwether Windows, Siding and Doors, transforming how your home looks, feels, and performs. Visit bellwetherhomes.com.
Spring is in the air at Century Casino Central City. Join us every weekend and show me the bunny. Win $100 free play 3 times per hour in our progressive drawings. Join us on Fridays and earn a gift of the week. Spring is the theme. Take I-70 to exit 243 Central City Parkway. Century Casino Central City. Welcome to the winner's zone. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER.
Colorado Avalanche hockey.
Keep hammering pucks, boys. Keep hammering pucks.
It's time for the second period.
You get opportunity, shoot. Be ready to shoot and unload it. Get your body around it on your forehand.
Here's the voice of the Avalanche, Connor McGahey, on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Start of the second period, Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles. The Avalanche have a 1-0 lead over the Kings. Nathan MacKinnon's first goal of the series on the power play from Kadri Landeskog at 13-13 of the first as the game's only goal. First 10 of the first period, Kings outshot the Avs 6-2. In the last 12 minutes and 50 seconds of the period, the Avs outshot the Kings 9-1. And the lone shot from Los Angeles over that time came from 188 feet away. So the Avs will be on the power play for... No, the power play is over. That's my... It was close to being 2 minutes and 2 minutes. But it ended with 2 seconds ago in the first period. How long ago that was. Avs in white, burgundy, and blue going right to left. The Kings, black, silver. The opposite direction, steal by Colorado in the neutral zone. Brett Kulak will get across the red line and shoot it in. Get his 5th straight playoff series against the Kings in the first round. Turnover Los Angeles. Nazem Kadri will glove it down. Lost an edge. Leaned into his man. Overskated by Nicholas Waugh. Now the Avalanche have to get back in a hurry. Panarin returns it to Adrian Kempe. Down the near side. Kempe's shot. That misses over the right shoulder of Scott Wedgwood. Kept deep by the Kings. Only person there is Sam Malinsky. Sauces at near side circle for Brett Kulak out to the neutral zone for Nicholas Waugh, and he'll dump it in. Lehkonen chasing after it. Forsberg there first of the far glass, kept in by MacKinnon. Swats it towards the net. Nobody home. Changes are being made, and now it's tipped by Moore from Drew Doughty. Landeskog gets it behind his own goal line. Landeskog for Cale Makar. And the Avalanche turn it over. Byfield turns and fires, tipped in front, and it rattles wide to the far wall. LaFerriere high in the zone, blocked by Landeskog. He's got MacKinnon heading up ice. Natchez will get the pass instead at center. Natchez into the Kings zone. Natchez, a shot blocked by Mikey Anderson wide. Landeskog has been elevated to this top line for Colorado. It has paid dividends both 5-on-5 play-wise and on the power play on the score sheet. LeFerrier will dump it deep. McKinnon keeps it himself. Left side circle. Pass from McCarr misses. Boy, that's 2 passes from McCarr, one from Landeskog, now one from McKinnon, that are a little bit lazy that the Kings have taken over. LA gives it back. Valenchuk placed off the end boards to himself, and now he turns it over. McKinnon, the loose puck. Just needs to get it up and out. Kings scrape it loose. Landeskog. He'll backhand it to center ice. Across the red line. Nichushkin will get after it. McKinnon and Landeskog will change on puck. Brock Nelson trying to keep an eye on Cody Ceci. Leaves it. Shot save made by Wedgwood. Rebound is there through the crease, and it's swatted wide. The rare mishandle by Wedgwood. The rebound was there for the taking, and the Kings couldn't get to it. They send it around. Ceci below the goal line. Cale Makar gets to it first. Sends it off the near side glass into the path of Ross Colton. Puck got away from him. Drew Doughty got a stick in there. Colton pays the price. Can't link up with Logan O'Connor. He's a tough cookie. Hopped right back to his feet. Kings initiate contact. They turn it over. Colton around a loose stick. Colton winds and fires. Save made by Forsberg with Jack Drury at the back door. Doughty wanted a penalty, but I think that was friendly fire from the LA Kings. 17:21 to go in the second period. It remains 1-0 Colorado. Your home for everything playoff starts here. Visit our Playoff Central for the latest schedules, offers, events, and all things Avalanche hockey. Visit ColoradoAvalanche.com/playoffs. Wedgwood made that save. He lost his paddle, went through Taves, and Taves was able to swat it to the far wall. Meanwhile, back at the Legion of Doom, face off to the left of Anton Forsberg. Kopitar will take it. Won by Nicholas Waugh. Nazem Kadri was knocked over, lost his stick. Lehkonen breaks this pass up. It trickles into the Avalanche zone. Burns out there with Blankenberg. Blankenberg up the wall. Nazem Kadri trying to get away from that vicious LA forecheck. Colorado to the point and finally out. Frees up Kadri, skates a stick. Kadri trying to dangle down low, and he's knocked down to the ice away from the puck. Avs have it back. Nicholas Waugh runs into Frederic Lequier, has it on his forehand. Dug loose by the Kings, and now it's fed ahead by Adrian Kempe-Panarin. Just shy of the red line, icing is waved off. Lehkonen will get there first. Kings have turned up the physical nature of this game. Waugh into the path of Nathan McKinnon. He strides through center ice. McKinnon holds up, looking for help. Turns back on the forehand. He welcomed in 4 LA Kings defenders. Puck finally squirts free after he was checked up against the glass right side of his own bench. Trevor Moore will bring it in the other way. He wraps up Sam Malinsky to get the puck loose. Moore, a goal in game 3. As Malinsky leans into Quentin Byfield and gets the puck up and out of the Avalanche zone. Nice play by Malinsky. This appeared to be offside. Won't matter as Landeskog will take it back. McKinnon charging down the near boards. McKinnon through for Natchez. He lets it go. Blocked by Anderson into the screen, and play stops. 15:59 to go in the second period. It says third up on the video board. If you want to speed this up, I'm fine with that. But it's actually the second period and not the third. Anderson, by the way, that block. 9 blocks in the series coming into game number 4. Face off to the left of Anton Forsberg, left side of the ice here in game number 4. Brock Nelson will take it. Nelson is 2 of 6 in this game. Can't win this one. Charging in is Ross Colton. Frees up the puck, but it goes right to Alex Turcotte. Leaned into by Blankenberg. Right to loose change. Can't get around Devon Taves. He holds his man up in the corner. Nice play by Taves to get a stick to that. Nelson ahead for Nichushkin. Puts his head down, gets to center ice. Colton across the red line will dump it in. Nichushkin will chase after it. Gets there first, back up the boards. Colton winds it all the way around. Blankenberg will pinch with Brock Nelson behind him. Avs can't keep it in, but they have possession. Devon Taves coasting backwards in his own zone. Trying to send it ahead, goes off of Wright into the stands. And Wright will earn a Kings face-off in the Avalanche zone with 15:23 to go in the second period in game number 4, 1-0 Colorado. Stay loud, stay loyal, stay forever faithful. 26-27 memberships are available now with playoff priority, exclusive events, memories, and more. Learn more at ColoradoAvalanche.com/memberships. Drury will take this draw. Hasn't won one in this game, but he wins this one finally. Back for Brett Kulak. Center ice, Logan O'Connor along the red line for Parker Kelly. Takes a bump from Edmondson, able to get the puck deep. Kings up the far wall, Edmondson through traffic right to Burns. Shot is tipped wide of Anton Forsberg. Kulak steps up, keeps it alive. Tipped by Logan O'Connor, Parker Kelly. Back for Burns, snaps it towards the net, off a leg and wide off the end glass. Edmondson rolls the puck to center ice. Burns steps up, knocks it down with a high stick. Kings are going to touch this first. It won't matter. Nice play again by Brent Burns, who's had a whale of a series for Colorado. Kempe got a touch to it, wide of Wedgwood. Comes out to the trapezoid to play it off the glass into the hip of Nicholas Waugh. Plays it behind him, banks it off the boards. Panarin stole it away, but Kulak able to take it back. Into the path of Drury, hounded by Drew Doughty. Avs have it back as Sam Alinsky will recycle down the left side. Lehkonen centers it. Kadri has room, lets it go. Rebound is there, and it's wide left side of Forsberg. Waugh tosses it centrally, broken up by the Kings. Makar has it at the point. Shimmy, shake, make the earthquake. Cale Makar, he shoots and scores! All hail Cale! Makar Shania Twained his way into the far circle and let it rip for his second goal of the series in as many games. With 14-12 to go in the second period in Los Angeles, Cale Douglas Makar has Colorado up 2-0. Makar had it at the point and just went around Taylor Ward, got to the circle, backhand, forehand, short side, see you later. Perfectly placed stuff from Cale Makar. It does not get better than that, I promise you. Face off at center ice, Nathan MacKinnon, who scored first. Back in the first period on the power play, will take the draw against Quinton Byfield, and he wins it for Burns at the blue line. Tipped by Landeskog. They say no, it's going to be icing on the Avalanche. And icings are brought to you by your favorite appliance store, Mountain High Appliances. 5 locations in Colorado. Visit mountainhighappliance.com. With that goal, Cale Makar now ties Brent Burns for the most playoff goals by active defensemen in the National Hockey League with 24. And Makar has only played 83 career playoff games, including this one here today. Burns and for Natchez, scrapes his way across the red line, dumps it deep. Landeskog will get there first. One hands it to the near corner. Landeskog holding. Back down the wall. Landeskog leans into Doughty, picked up by Nathan MacKinnon. Stick handles around his teammate. MacKinnon still has it. Tapped away at the last second. MacKinnon at the half wall. Welcomes in the pressure, shoots it towards the net. Blocked out high. Colorado has numbers back. LaFerriere with it off the boards for Trevor Moore. Lost it. Kulak and Burns take it loose. MacKinnon has it broken up, leans into it, able to work out of a jam in his own zone. The strong nature of Nathan MacKinnon gets that puck free. Now Natchez heads the other way. Ross Colton off the bench, leaves it for MacKinnon, who lets it go. High stick side on Forsberg, missed. Kulak keeps it alive, far side half wall. Colton high in the zone. One-timer is faked by Malinsky. Down the wall. Here's Natchez on the cycle. Holding on to it, curls back into trouble, lost the puck, and pushes it back to safety. Knows the Kings who got a piece of that. Icing is waved off as it slowed up just before the goal line in the Colorado zone. Meanwhile, Brock Nelson into the Kings end. One hands it down the wall, taken by Los Angeles, broken up by both Val Nichushkin and Ross Colton. Kings get through it, lob to center ice, passes behind Jared Wright. Now Blankenberg off the far wall. Colton from Brock Nelson lobs it towards the net, batted down by Cody Ceci. Lawton creates a screen on Brock Nelson. That allows the Kings to clear back to the Colorado blue line. Devon Taves sends it in on Forsberg, catches the strike, hands it off for Dumoulin. He button hooks up the far side. Now Artemi Panarin just off the bench. 12:23 to go in the second period. 2-0 Colorado here in Los Angeles. Turnover Panarin. Settled down by Logan O'Connor. He lost an edge. One hands it for Parker Kelly. Slaps it behind the net. Overskated by OC. Leaned into by Cody Ceci. Now Jack Drury hanging on to Brian Dumoulin. Good forecheck here from this fourth line by the Avalanche. Loose puck is corralled by Kopitar. Puts his head down, goes to work. Ceci tried to feed him to pass it, a broken piece of stick at the Avalanche line. Dug out by Taves. Kopitar out in front. And it's blocked by Logan O'Connor. Taves on the outlet. Through neutral ice, hands it off for Parker Kelly. He'll tap it deep, and the Avalanche will change with 11:38 to go in the second period, up 2-0 here in game number 4. This is offside on Los Angeles. Hamolinsky back with it as LA will tag up and get fresh bodies out there. Malinsky waiting. Now at the blue line, centrally for Nicholas Waugh. Now some Cadley off the wall, back from Malinsky. One-timer, pad save made by Forsberg right side. Launch down ice. This is going to be icing on the Kings, without a doubt. 11-11, make a wish. We go in the second period, 2-0 Colorado. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification, brought to you by Berg Simpson across the vast Altitude Sports Radio Network.
The best hockey
All
lives
3
here.
Canucks are back. Shen, in, Shen, Perron, Schwartz, they score!
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Face-off in the Kings zone will be taken by Nathan McKinnon after the Kings icing. Brought to you by your favorite appliance store, Mountain High Appliance. 5 locations in Colorado. Visit mountainhighappliance.com. Kings win it. Trevor Moore skates it to the red line, sends it in left to right. Near side corner. Byfield was held up. McKinnon and Landeskog work through a jam. McKinnon speeding through the neutral zone. Hands it off. Nate just lets it go. Blocked. Settled down by Malinsky. Has it in the far corner. Tries to get it deep. Held up by Mikey Anderson. His pass is intercepted by McKinnon. Centers it. Nate just lets it go. Glove save made by Anton Forsberg. Nate just remains goalless in the series as we take a timeout. 10:44 to go in the second. Cale Makar is added to the Avalanche lead. It's 2-0 Colorado here in Game 4. You're listening to the Stanley Cup playoffs on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Hockey's not just a game. It's a clash of sticks. It's sprays of ice and crazy saves. It's slap shots and the scrape of blades. It's an endless series of touch-and-go moments that make you feel alive. Through the highs and lows, you march your way down the long road to the playoffs alongside your team, with your jersey on and your heart on your sleeve, because they couldn't do it without you. And when you're there for your team, the NHL store is there for you. Check out the largest selection of official NHL gear at NHLShop.com. A Fanatics experience.
Is your financial advisor managing your risk or just a spreadsheet? Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. Many financial advisors rely on target date funds, which are one-size-fits-all portfolios that don't know your name, your family, or your goals. And that passive management can leave you dangerously exposed. At Trajan, we look at the whole picture, not just the stocks everyone else buys, but the private market opportunities most advisors ignore. And as fiduciaries, we build a strategy around you, coordinating your investments, tax strategy, and estate into one cohesive plan. Your financial life deserves more than just a generic portfolio. Real planning isn't a stack of statements. It's the confidence of knowing where your income will come from for the next 30 years. Good enough isn't good enough for your family. It's time for a change. Schedule your complimentary consultation today.
Call Trajan today at 303-900-1189. That's 303-900-1189.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Private equity investments require accreditation. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
The Avalanche on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
In Colorado over the Kings. Any rebroadcast of this game, however tempting, is strictly prohibited without the written consent of the Avalanche National Hockey League. Berg Simpson Injury Lawyers remind you that when the game is on the line, call 303-790-2525. If you've been injured, contact Berg Simpson. Good lawyers, changing lives. McKinnon the draw, left side of Anton Forsberg. And it is technically won by LA. Landeskog will get there first. Double teamed in the corner, able to connect with Natchez anyhow. Natchez below the near circle, up top for Tate. Deep slot, McKinnon towards the net, blocked in front. Rebound there for Landeskog. Golfs at the rebound, settles into the skates of Drew Doughty, who lays it off the far wall just out of the reach of Cale Makar. Back in the Avs and Taves all the way through for Natchez. Pass was intended for Nathan McKinnon. Natchez blocked it. He'll dump it deep, and the Avalanche will switch it up at 10-12 to go in the period, approaching the halfway mark of the hockey game. Ahead for Byfield, tipped to the Avs line. Fanned on it first by Natchez. Got it back. Brock Nelson can't get to it. Taves into the capable hands of Cale Makar. Has his second of the series here in the second period. Stretch pass, Taves to Val Nichushkin. He'll tip it deep. On the forecheck, away from Drew Doughty. Hit thrown by Ross Colton. Kopitar reaches behind him to gather that in. Plays it into the path of LaFerriere. Hacks it into the Avalanche zone. Burns on the intercept. And now it's Lehkonen for Brock Nelson, near side circle. Nelson, short side, missed. Settled down by Burns at the point, again towards the net. Stick save Forsberg, finds its way to Anze Kopitar, back through center ice. Burns waiting. Nelson, nifty little play to get it along the red line, and now Kulak will flip it deep. Bouncing puck, settled by Mikey Anderson. Drew Doughty near circle. Through center ice, Panarin can't get there. Icing again on the Kings. The Avalanche have cut off a lot of routes for LA to work with, and after that initial wave that the Avalanche survived, Colorado has pushed back with a vengeance. McKinnon's first of the series on the power play from Kadri and Gabe Landeskog at 13-13 of the first, and so far it's unassisted. Cale Makar's second goal in as many games, 5:48 here into the second period. Waugh out there with Lehkonen and Kadri as they've moved some wingers around here in game number 4. Kopitar wins it away from Waugh. On the hunt is Lehkonen. Behind the cage after the mistake is Nazem Kadri. King's able to get to it, can't clear. Waugh frees it up for Lehkonen on his backhand. Finds Sam Malinsky in space. He misses high stick side 2. Blankenberg, far point, holding down for Nazem Kadri. Leaves it for Blankenberg. All the way through, his lob pass for Arturi Lehkonen is broken up. Lehkonen throws a hip into Adrian Kempe. Cleaning up is Nicholas Waugh out of a jam. His pass hit a leg. Now Kempe will skate free, 2-on-2 through the neutral zone. Gets to the red line. Pass for Artemi Panarin is off the toe of his blade. Gets it deep, and Blankenberg arrives first. Kings dig it out. That came out of the zone. Dumoulin was too late in getting to the pass at the point, and the Kings are offside with 8 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the second. We'll take a timeout. Avalanche 2, Kings nothing. You're listening to coverage of Game 4 in the Stanley Cup Playoffs, Round 1 in the West. This is the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Altitude Sports Radio 92.5 starts your day with Brett Kane at 6.
Wedgwood has been as consistent as a goaltender could be over the course of 82 games.
At 7, it's Mosher, Lombardi, and Kane.
Let me tell you something about Parker Kelly. His game has blossomed.
The morning sprint from 10 to noon. PhD noon to 3. Kreckman and Lindahl 3 to 6.
The amount of goal scorers that you have, I'm going to trust them to take advantage of those opportunities in a playoff series.
Talking Avs all day tomorrow on Altitude Sports Radio 92.5.
Rep the A.
Anxious will steal it away to his left, and Nathan McKinnon down the boards into the circle. McKinnon at the hash marks up top for Taves. Manson available. Manson lets it go. Thrown in front, tucked in by McKinnon. Revenge is a dish best served cold.
And stop by the Altitude Authentics team store at Ball Arena for official Avalanche gear and accessories. Or shop online anytime at altitudeauthentics.com for the latest styles all season long.
When your project demands safety, reliability, and skilled craftsmanship, hire a contractor backed by IBEW Local 68. Our electricians complete over 10,000 hours of training, deliver industry-leading safety performance, and bring the expertise needed for commercial, industrial, and renewable energy projects across Colorado. Build with confidence, build with the best. Find a union electrical contractor at IBEW68.com/contractors. IBEW Local 68, powering Colorado's future.
The Stanley Cup Playoffs. The Avalanche and Kings on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Second period, Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles. The Avalanche have a 2-0 lead over the Kings. With engineer extraordinaire Mike Dooley, Chris Mitchell producing. Back in our NHL Today studios, Mark Bertinoli is at Buffalo Rose in Golden. I'm Connor McGahee saying thanks for listening. Kulak off the faceoff win, gets it through neutral ice. Lawton runs into Landeskog. Loose puck is corralled by the Kings, and now Dumoulin sends it ahead. Pass for Turcotte, rolled off of his stick. Landeskog works it free down the far boards. Marty Nathan spun into trouble. Kicks it back to neutral ice. Landeskog waiting there, but so are 3 Kings of Orientar. Colorado gets it back. Kulak down the wall, settled by Cody Ceci. Played the first round series last year versus the Avalanche with the Dallas Stars. Burns golfs it through the neutral zone. Landeskog trying to work to get it. Lawton for Dumoulin. Turcotte was offside. He'll tag up. And play continues. Kulak works it loose. Burns for McKinnon. Into the path of Parker Kelly. Ahead for Logan O'Connor. Down the wall around Drew Doughty. Anderson will get there into the trapezoid. Just rodeoed. And a huge hit by Logan O'Connor. Nice play to free up the puck, but the Kings get it back anyhow. Rimmed around by Moore. Far side half wall. Parker Kelly returns it to the near side wall. Doughty will pinch. Taves is tied up with Trevor Moore in the corner. Moore has the puck at his skates. Here comes Quentin Byfield to help out. Comes free. Moore to the point. And that's intercepted by Jack Drury, who settles it nicely across center ice where the Kings will regroup. Moore hounded by Drury. Panarin all the way over for Mikey Anderson. Anderson one-on-one with Cale Makar. Makar going to poke in the puck. Bobbled by Byfield, and now Jack Drury will pinch him up against the far side glass. Taves jousting with Panarin, and it's swept off the wall by Parker Kelly. End of the shift for Logan O'Connor. He can't make the sprint he usually can. It's icing on the Avalanche with 6:48 to go in the second period. Shots are 16-9 Colorado. They lead 2-0. Giant face-off here for Jack Drury. He's only 1 of 3 in this game, but 65% in the playoffs in his career with the Avalanche. Can't win this one. 1 of 4 towards the net. Tip just wide of Wedgwood. Avalanche let Kopitar get to it. Drury, enough pressure so Taves can pick it up. He's thrown down to the ice by Laferriere. Makar had it for a moment, hopped over his stick. Adrian Kempe working high in the zone. Makar stays with him. Gives him a little tap. Laferriere gets away from Taves. Laferriere to the near side boards. Plays it behind the net. Kempe escapes Makar. Adrian Kempe out in front. Shot. They score. Joel Edmondson got it through Wedgwood, and the Kings are on the board as the Avalanche, tired, couldn't get it out of the zone. First point of the series for Edmondson, who's been a -4 and a -2 in his last 2. First goal in 2 playoffs with the LA Kings, and that's the first sort of head scratcher given up in the series by Scott Wedgwood. With 6:17 to go in the second period in game number 4, it is 2-1 Colorado. Hands in the neutral zone. Hellenius has returned from his 2-minute minor and 10-minute misconduct. As this is knocked down in neutral ice, Brock Nelson will send it in. Left corner to right corner. Ross Colton leaves it for Valnichushkin. He's run over. Loose puck collected by Jeff Malott, and this is a careless clear by Hellenius. Icing on the Kings with 5:46 to go in the second period. Colorado up 2-1. Icing brought to you by your favorite appliance store, Mountain High Appliance. 5 locations in Colorado. Visit mountainhighappliance.com. First LA Kings defenseman to get a goal in this series, and only the second that LA has scored 5-on-5. Face-off won by Colorado. Burns creeping in. Burns lets it go off a leg. McKinnon back for Burns. That's intercepted by Ward. Burns again. Now Nathan McKinnon on the backhand. Down the near wall away from Cody Ceci. Throws on the brakes. Lost the puck. Couldn't get it deep. Malott will spear it down the wall. Burns arrives to take it away. Escapes Ward. Burns one-hands it through the neutral zone. Bouncing puck goes right back to Drew Doughty. Just announcing the goal that happened 8.5 years ago. Kings again. Turcotte a backhander. Bouncing puck in front. Loose! Sprawling is Wedgwood to try and make the save, and he sits on the puck. Turcotte, who was making his series debut here with Los Angeles, let a backhander go. It was loose in front for a moment, but Wedgwood kept it out as we take a timeout. 5:09 to go in the second in LA. Avalanche 2, Kings 1 in Game 4. You're listening to the Stanley Cup playoffs on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
When you're hurt, your case isn't just about the law. It's about the medicine. I'm Dr. Joseph Ramos, emergency medicine physician and attorney. I know how injuries happen, how they impact your life, and how to prove it in court. Don't let your case be a guessing game. Ramos Law, the only firm led by a medical doctor and attorney. Come experience the doctor-lawyer difference.
Your business doesn't stop, and neither does Ford.
Right now at Phil Long Ford of Denver's Commercial Vehicle Center, pre-order your 2027 Transit, Super Duty, or Expedition today and secure the latest in built Ford tough technology and capability. Or if you need your vehicle right now, save on our remaining 25 and 26 models in stock ready for immediate delivery. For America's best-selling commercial vehicles from the best dealer, come visit us at Phil Long Ford of Denver's Commercial Vehicle Center on Wadsworth, just south of Hamden, or online anytime at phillongdenver.com.
Discover incredible savings at the Mountain High Appliance Clearance Center in Denver. I'm Brad Barnett, president of Mountain High Appliance. Our clearance center offers a huge selection of ranges, refrigerators, laundry, and more. Save up to 60% on open box, scratch and dent, display models, and overstocked appliances from Bosch, Thermador, KitchenAid, and many more. When you're looking for great deals on appliances, our clearance center is your go-to destination for the best prices and selection.
Mountain High Appliance, your favorite appliance store.
Thank you.
It's the Avalanche on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
In Los Angeles, the Avalanche have a 2-1 lead over the Kings in Game 4. The Altitude Sports Radio YouTube page is your video home for everything a sports fan in Denver could want. All the live shows, including Between the Pipes, Shorts, and right now, chances to win tickets. Search for Altitude Sports Radio on YouTube and subscribe today. Face up in the Avalanche zone, left side of Scott Wedgwood. Won by LA. It's forced by Kempe through Brant Clark and Edmondson and back into the Kings zone. Edmondson, the goal scorer, has the puck behind his own net. 5 to go in the second period. Stretch pass for LaFerriere. Doesn't touch it. Icing again on Los Angeles. This whistle comes with 4:54 to go in period 2. What do Mountain Time Lager and the Avalanche have in common? They're both cool, crisp, and from Colorado. If you love hockey, then you're going to love Mountain Time. Go grab a case. Skating time means Mountain Time. Kempe and LaFerriere get the assists. So now LaFerriere continues his hot streak. 4th point of the series. All have been assists. Draw is won by Drury for Kadri. A shot blocker save Forsberg. Excuse me, that was Nicholas Waugh who dug down deep. He's slow to get up. Now Lehkonen applying pressure. Waugh got a skate to it. Kadri has the tag up, does. Down the wall, leaning into him is Adrian Kempe. Now Edmondson throws the body into Lehkonen. Kings clear. Knocked down with a high stick. No, they say it's not. Kempe across the blue line. Welcomes in 4 defenders. Cale Makar takes it away. Puck over the stick of Arturi Lehkonen. Puck hasn't settled on its proper edge all game. And this is wide of Makar. Byfield will try and get there. Hit thrown by Waugh. Frees it up for Makar. He's going to skate to the blue line. Makar hacked from behind. Able to get it deep in the King zone and go off for a switch. 4 minutes to go in period 2. 2-1 Colorado. Panarin back across the blue line for Trevor Moore. Hops into the Av zone. Shot saved made by Wedgwood with the glove. He'll snare it no problem. 3 minutes and 56 seconds to go in the second period. LaFerriere, one of 2 players to have a multi-point game in this series. Lehkonen the other one. 4 assists now. Led all LA skaters. He played 23-21 with Drew Doughty. Next to 22-25 in game 3. 14 total shot attempts. Last game. Most of any player in this series. Face off to the right of Wedgwood. Brock Nelson will take it. Won by the Kings. Shot save made by Wedgwood again. Low glove side. He'll hang on to it. Face-off will be for that same side overall. Draws are 53-47 Colorado. And here comes, I think, Nathan MacKinnon to win this one for the Avalanche. He's 7 of 8 total draws. Only a second in the defensive zone. Wins it for Kulak. Backwards from Malinsky. The Kings get there on the forecheck. Moore trying to dig it out. McKinnon shadowing Byfield. Byfield to the point. Pass Panarin to Drew Doughty at the near side. Off the far wall. Nate just takes it away from Mikey Anderson. Gets it to center ice. Landeskog welcomes in the pressure from Doughty. Now lobs it deep. Hit thrown on Panarin. Comes free. Landeskog pokes it loose. Kulak towards the net. May have changed directions at the last second. And Forsberg made the stop, knocked it to the corner. McKinnon on his forehand, leaves it in space for Natchez. Too fancy, 3-on-2 for the Kings. Panarin. Near side board, centering feed, broken up by Kulak, and it rolls to the corner. Malinsky takes it away. Now Panarin trying to escape Kulak. Dumoulin lets it go. Tip just wide of Wedgwood. He's got to get back. And it goes off the end and side of the net. Kings keep it alive. Dumoulin tries the boards again. Doesn't hit the same spot. Byfield roughed up by Sam Malinsky. 2:50 to go in the second period. Kings with some chances. Trying to tie it up. They pry it loose again. No pressure coming on Dumoulin. Down low. Malinsky on the intercept, and he'll relieve the pressure for the Avalanche for Marty Natchez. Scoops a backhand into the LA zone. Rolling puck. Perfectly weighted. Mercifully, fresh bodies come on the ice. Tipped in by Adrian Kempe. Taves will get there first. He'll sky to center ice. Glove down by Dumoulin. Up the middle. Laid into by Nathan McKinnon. And a gigantic hit from the Mack truck. Parker Kelly trying to get to it. Kempe up top. One-timer blocked by McKinnon to the far corner. LaFerriere is on his backside in front of the Avalanche net. Stretched out for Parker Kelly. Overskated it. Recovers. And he'll whack it in on Anton Forsberg, who makes the save with 2 minutes to go in the second period. Tipped through neutral ice. McCarr chops at it. Kempe got through a jam. Throws on the brakes. Jack Drury stays with him. Now Kopitar. Far side half ball. Back for Kempe. Lets it go. Blocked by Drury. O'Connor didn't know where the puck was. Kings do. Frank Clark will pinch. Again, Colorado getting hemmed in here. Long change here. Centering feed. Blocked by Taves. Off the near side boards. O'Connor can have a miniature breakaway if he hustles. O'Connor towards the net. Knocked over as he went to his forehand by Edmondson. Crashing in is Drury. Stick lifted by Lehkonen. He'll get it deep in the Avalanche zone. Nice play by both O'Connor and Lehkonen. Stretched out for Jared Wright. 1:20 to go in the period. Wright behind the net. Loses an edge. Avs poke the puck away. Lehkonen will dig it loose. Off another body, and the Avs going to stick to it in the form of Nicholas Waugh into the Kings zone. Waugh will recollect. Backwards now for Cale Makar. Through neutral ice. Kings off the deflection. Right. Guards it backwards for Drew Doughty. Minute to go in period 2. 2-1 Colorado. Avs hanging on a little bit here. Turcotte thrown into the wall by Blankenberg. Pass down deep. Doesn't make it. Makar ahead for Lehkonen through his legs. Gets it to neutral ice. Stretches it out. It's Kadri and Nicholas Waugh. Boy, I didn't think that was offside. Waugh agrees with me. And he has words with Brisebois, the linesman. That's one of those where you let it continue. And if they score, you go back and look at it. I don't think anyone can be certain or 100% certain that that was offside. 42.2 seconds to go in the second period. It is a 2-1 Avalanche lead. Brock Nelson to face off. Only 2 of 9 in this game, but he wins this one. Back for Kulak at the red line. He'll send it in far side corner boards. Forsberg out to play it. Avs pinch. They can't get the puck. Trevor Moore down the near wall away from Kulak. He stops. Kulak stays with him. Moore doesn't pass the puck. Gave it right to Brock Nelson. Sends it ahead. For Ross Colton, he'll kick it to center ice. Drew Doughty headed backwards. Colton got to stick to that. Panarin able to steal it away. 15 seconds to go. Panarin. Stick handles into the Colorado zone. Shot deflected. Wedgwood slows it up. Malinsky powers a backhand to the near side boards. Hit a dead spot. Now Nelson down to Chushkin. 3 seconds to go. The Chushkin lets it rip. Glove save made by Forsberg. He'll hang on. Period 2 is through. The Avalanche had a 1-0 lead after 1. They have a 2-1 lead after 2. When we come back, Mark Bertinoli will take over again at Buffalo Rose and Golden. Chris Mitchell will produce the intermission report. Scores and highlights from this game and around the world of sports. Mike Dooley and I will have the third period for you live from Los Angeles in just about 18 minutes' time. But after 40 minutes of play at Crypto.com Arena in Game 4, it's the Avalanche leading the series 3-0, leading the game 2-1. You're listening to the Stanley Cup Playoffs on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Colorado Avalanche hockey.
Game plan is gone. Back deep for Natchez. Rolls over the far shoulder all the way over for Cale Makar. Gets it back for McKinnon. Lets it go. That's a goal. He scores!
Your Avalanche intermission report is next.
I don't like you because you're dangerous.
On the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Rep VA.
Anxious will steal it away to his left, and Nathan McKinnon down the boards into the circle. McKinnon at the hash marks up top for Taves. Manson available. Manson lets it go. Thrown in front, tucked in by McKinnon. Revenge is a dish best served cold.
And stop by the Altitude Athletics team store at Ball Arena for official Avalanche gear and accessories. Or shop online anytime at altitudeathletics.com for the latest styles all season long.
Hi, I'm Dr. Goggins from the Restorative Dentistry Group. Is your dental condition holding you back from life? My team of specialists and I are ready to help. At the Restorative Dentistry Group, we specialize in everything from implants to crowns, veneers to dentures. Whatever your dental problem, we can help. We have 6 convenient locations across the Front Range. Book your complimentary consultation now at denversmileagain.com. That's denversmileagain.com, and get the smile you deserve.
I've never put much stock in astrology, but with the new multiplier scratch, the stars are aligned for some pretty big prizes. Because no matter your moon sign or what Mercury's up to, your win can get multiplied up to 200 times, with prizes up to $1 million, which could steer your life into a very interesting new phase. New multiplier scratch from the Colorado Lottery. Multiply your win up to 200 times. Must be 18 to play.
The biggest savings of the year from the oldest family-owned Toyota dealership in the Denver Metro, Groove Toyota. Limited time during the Over and Above sales events. Over 300 Toyota Tacomas. Only $329 a month lease. Visit GrooveToyota.com. Find your groove with $329 Tacomas at GrooveToyota.com. Start here. Go anywhere.
Closed end lease for 36 months with $35.99 due at signing. 0 security deposit. On approved credit. Call 720-961-4465 for complete details. Offer expires 5/4/26.
That's it, man. That's it, man. No more. No more.
Colorado Avalanche hockey.
I like our start, boys. I love our start.
This is your Avalanche Intermission Report.
Sharp physically, sharp mentally. We are going to have success.
Avalanche Intermission on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Avalanche Hockey is brought to you by Ball Corporation. All in for the Avs. Aluminum. All in. Welcome. I'm Mark Bertinoli, and I'm coming to you live from the Buffalo Rose here in downtown Golden, Colorado. And after 2 periods of hockey in LA, the Avalanche lead the Kings by a score of 2-1. Coming up here in your second intermission report, we will get to all the fun stuff that's happening in sports. We have NHL playoff games. We got NBA playoff games. We got the Rockies playing a doubleheader. We will check out all the matchups that might happen in the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs, as we already have one team that's through to the second round. Obviously, the Avs will become the second team through the second round if this score holds through the finish of this game. Through the third period, the Avs will eliminate the Kings and move on. But Carolina right now, the only team to be in the second round, as they swept their first round opponent. All that is coming up. First, though, let's go ahead and listen to the highlights from this game. It is an elimination game, which means it's tense. These are the best games in hockey when one team has to win to avoid elimination. And in the first period of this one, we had one goal. One goal, and things got a little chippy there late in the first period. But the goal came midway through, as the Colorado Avalanche got themselves a power play opportunity, and Nathan McKinnon did what Nathan McKinnon does.
Now for Kadri, they finally have the Kings collapse down deep. One-timer from McKinnon, and he scores! Right on cue! The Mac attack is back, Jack! The power play finds pay dirt, and it's 1-0 Colorado.
McKinnon from Kadri and Landeskog on the power play in the first, and the Avs go on top 1-0. That was at 13-13. But, and that's where it stood. We were a 1-0 hockey game. Late in the first, though, things got a little chippy. Two teams came together, some pushing and some shoving and some yelling and some screaming. And when it was all said and done, there was much fewer penalties called than I thought, with all the men on the ice. But the Avs had themselves a power play opportunity. They did not score on that power play. So the Avs with the 1-0 lead heading to the second. And it was just over 5 minutes into the second when the Avalanche doubled their lead. All hail Cale.
Waugh tosses it centrally, broken up by the Kings. McCarr has it at the point. Shimmy, shake, make the earthquake. Cale Makar, he shoots and scores! All hail Cale! Makar Shania twained his way into the far circle and let it rip for his second goal of the series in as many games. With 14-12 to go in the second period in Los Angeles, Cale Douglas Makar has Colorado up 2-0.
Cale Makar, his second goal of the series. This one comes at 5:48 of the second unassisted, and the Avs have the 2-0 lead. So the Kings, obviously, pressure mounts because now it's desperation time for LA, and they would get one back later in the second. And here's how it sounded.
Leferrier to the near side boards, plays it behind the net. Kempe escapes Makar. Adrian Kempe out in front, shot, they score. Joel Edmondson got it through Wedgwood, and the Kings are on the board as the Avalanche, tired, couldn't get it out of the zone.
Edmondson gets his first of this series. It comes at 13:43 of the second period, and after two, the Avalanche have a one-goal lead. It is 2-1 Colorado right now with 20 minutes to go. Let's go ahead and take a look at the goalies and how they're doing, thanks to Bellwether Homes. For Scott Wedgwood, he has allowed one goal on 14 shots. For Anton Forsberg, he has allowed 2 goals on 19 shots. So that's how they're defending the goal. And to defend your home against the elements, fire, hail, wind, and snow, visit bellwetherhomes.com. Colorado with the 2-1 lead after 2. We'll continue with your second intermission report after a quick timeout right here on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Monday, the Nuggets and T-Wolves are back in Denver for Game 5. And that means the Altitude Sports Radio Viewing Party Tour is about to hit another stop. Presented by Michelob Ultra, Coach Mike Sanford will be running the show at Skippy's Bar and Grill with some cool Nugget swag. Verdo will be doing pre-game Verdo things live starting at 6. The Altitude Sports Radio Viewing Party Tour at Skippy's Monday. Presented by Michelob Ultra. Superior light beer, you're damn Skippy.
Championship teams win with the right playbook. At Ramos Law, we have the most unique playbook in the industry. I'm a medical doctor and attorney. I understand your injuries, how they impact your life, and I know exactly how to explain them in court. That's why our clients have a winning record. Ramos Law, the ultimate playbook for your injury case.
You know you can't watch all your favorite sports without a beer and a brat. Hi, it's Francisco from Ryan House on 14th and Market. Denver sports fans catch all the football, hockey, and basketball at Ryan House. All the action is on 30 big screen TVs. Enjoy House League German brats, house-made pretzels, and dozens of beers from local breweries and all the best German brewers. Ryan House is your home for the home teams. Ryan House, before, during, and after the games at 14th and Market near Ball Arena. Let's go.
The only thing better than a cold, crisp, crushable beer? One that's certified carbon neutral, baby. Meet Mountain Time, the beer that makes it easy to look good, feel good, and do good for the planet. That's what we in the biz call a win-win-win. Plus, it's made by New Belgium, right here in our backyard. So I guess that's a win-win-win-win. So cheers to that. Mountain Time Lager, a proud partner of the Colorado Avalanche, and people who like to win-win-win-win while drinking a cold one.
Avalanche Intermission continues now on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Welcome back to your second intermission report, where the Colorado Avalanche have themselves a 2-1 lead over the LA Kings. Mark Bertone coming live from Buffalo Rose here in Golden, Colorado. Let me tell you what else is going on in the world of sports. Matter of fact, before I tell you what the scores from around the NHL look like today, let me tell you how the Stanley Cup playoffs are playing out. Now, I mentioned there is one team that's moved on to the second round. That is the Carolina Hurricanes. Carolina got the win yesterday. They eliminated Ottawa in 4 straight. So Canes win that thing 4-2. They win the series 4-0. And now the Carolina Hurricanes are sitting around waiting for the winner of the Pittsburgh Penguins-Philadelphia Flyers series. And that's almost guaranteed to be Philadelphia. The Flyers had a 3-0 series lead in that thing until last night when the Penguins stayed alive with a 4-2 win there in Philadelphia. But it is almost guaranteed, unless the Penguins become the 5th team in the history of the NHL to rally from 3-0 down, it is going to be Carolina and Philadelphia in the second round. Okay, the other series in the East, Tampa Bay and Montreal, those two teams play today. Matter of fact, they play here in about an hour and a half. As soon as the Avs game ends, they'll get it underway in Montreal between the Canadiens and the Lightning. Montreal leads that series 2-1, so this is a fairly large game between those, obviously. The winner of the Montreal-Tampa Bay series will take on the winner of the Buffalo-Boston series, and it might just be Buffalo because the Sabres house the Bruins today. Buffalo scored 4 goals in the first period. They go on to win that thing 6-1. The Sabres have a 3-1 series lead. In 2 days' time, back in Buffalo, the Sabres can eliminate. Well, hold on. Before I just assume it's on Tuesday, let me make sure. Yeah, that's Game 5 in Buffalo on Tuesday will be the Sabres' chance to eliminate the Bruins from the playoffs. And if that happens, Buffalo will take on the winner of the Lightning Canadian series. In the Western Conference, we got some, well, obviously the Avs can be the first team from the West to move to the second round if they get the win today. But the series that most affects the Avs is basically the craziest series so far of the first round, and that's Dallas and Minnesota. So last night, Dallas and Minnesota went into overtime for the second straight game, but this time it was Minnesota winning instead of Dallas, which means Minnesota ties that series up to 2 games apiece, which means that series has got a ways to go. So it might be a while for the Avs to figure out who they're going to face in the second round if they win tonight or on Wednesday if the Kings force a game number 5. But I think the earliest, well, let me just look. So Tuesday is Game 5. That would mean Thursday is Thursday is Game 6. So the earliest an Avs, Stars Wild series could get going if the Avs win this game would be the next weekend, a week from today, maybe? Something like that. So it would behoove the Avs to end this series now because Dallas and Minnesota are going to just keep battling this entire week. That brings us to the final part of the Stanley Cup bracket. That is what's happening in Utah and Vegas right now. The Mammoth have a 2-1 lead over Vegas in that series. They play again tomorrow. And the Anaheim Ducks just put 7 goals on Edmonton last time out. And the Ducks have a 2-1 series lead over the Oilers. The Oilers and Ducks play game number 4 tonight. Anaheim can push Edmonton to the brink of elimination, or the Oilers can make sure that series goes deep. But the winner of the Edmonton-Anaheim series will take on the winner of the Vegas-Utah series. All right, so that's what the Stanley Cup bracket looks like right now. So let me tell you what's going on in the NBA. For the Nuggets, not as good. They lost last night in Minnesota. They have lost 3 straight games to the Timberwolves, and Minnesota's pushed the Nuggets to the brink of elimination. The Timberwolves have a 3-1 series lead. Denver must win tomorrow night to force another game in the series and to keep hope alive. But the Timberwolves will be missing 2 starters. Dante DiVincenzo is out for he's gone until next season with that torn Achilles. And who knows when Anthony Edwards is going to come back. They said it's going to be weeks or longer, but he has a hyperextended knee and a bone bruise on that knee. But the Timberwolves need just 1 win, while the Nuggets have to win 3 games to take the series. Although it is the Nuggets, they love to come back from 3 games to 1. They just eat it up. But today in the NBA playoffs, the Raptors got themselves a win over the Cavs, so that series is pretty interesting. Toronto with the 93-89 victory. That series is tied up at 2 games apiece. Victor Wembanyama has cleared concussion protocol and played today. And the Spurs beat the Blazers in Portland. Wemby, 27 points, 11 rebounds, 4 steals. Spurs with the 114-93 victory. San Antonio has pushed Portland to the brink of elimination. They have a 3-1 series lead. Later tonight, Boston in Philly, with Boston leading that series 2-1. And the Lakers have a chance to eliminate the Rockets tonight in Houston, as the Lakers have a 3-0 series lead. In our contest, the Avalanche lead the Kings 2-1 after 2. A huge third period with Connor McGahee next right here on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Style and substance. That's GMC Sierra. We are professional grade. Well-qualified lessees get a 24-month ultra-low mileage lease for around $349 per month with $49.89 due at signing on a 2026 GMC Sierra 1500 Elevation Crew Cab with a 5.3-liter V8 engine. See your Colorado GMC dealers. Tax, title, license, dealer fees extra. No security deposit required. Your payments may vary. Mileage charge of 25 cents per mile over 20,000 miles at participating dealers only. Visit gmcofferinfo.com for details.
If you could design healthcare from scratch, you want to build a system where doctors, pharmacists, and insurers don't work together, don't talk to each other, and don't even share records. You'd imagine something better, where everyone worked together on the same team, and your next doctor visit isn't across town, but often right down the hall. What if a place like this already existed? At Kaiser Permanente, all of your healthcare comes together to keep you healthier and make life easier. Kaiser Permanente, a better idea for healthcare.
The best way to follow the Stanley Cup playoffs is here. The NHL app is your place to get every highlight from every game of every series. Behind-the-scenes playoff content you won't get anywhere else. The most NHL Edge advanced stats, keeping you up to date from round 1 through the Stanley Cup final. When it comes to following the playoffs, don't settle for anything less. The Stanley Cup playoffs are better on the NHL app.
From the street, your home siding is about style. From close up, it's about protection. Especially in Colorado, where wildfire risk is part of the conversation. At Bellwether Windows, Siding and Doors, we install siding as part of a complete system built to help resist fire, manage heat, and protect what's inside. Your home will look incredible, but more importantly, it will be ready for anything Colorado can dish out. Bellwether Windows, Siding and Doors, transforming how your home looks, feels, and performs. Visit bellwetherhomes.com.
Coming down the mountain! Colorado Avalanche Hockey.
Who's going to answer the bell?
Come on, boys. We go here, huh?
It's time for the third period.
That goal changes everything here. Gotta get the next one here.
Here's the voice of the Avalanche, Connor McGahee, on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Start of the third period in Los Angeles. The Avalanche a 2-1 lead over the Kings. The third period of Avs hockey brought to you by Boost Mobile, your hometown wireless team. Built different, built local. The Avalanche need a boost to play their perfect period of hockey to sweep the Kings. You know that LA will throw everything they have at Colorado to survive another day. Edmondson with the puck has the Kings goal, somehow rolls right to Anze Kopitar. Backhander and a glove save made by Scott Wedgwood. He'll hang on 20 seconds into the third period. Avalanche goals coming from Nathan MacKinnon on the power play back in the first period. Cale Makar, second of the series, unassisted. 5:48 of the second period. Nelson will take this face-off. Left side of the ice, left side of Scott Wedgwood. Wins it away from Kopitar, rolls right in on Wedgwood, and he dives to the side. Balnichushkin will flip a backhand to center. Touch for Brock Nelson, plays it wide at an empty netter in game number 3. Nelson can't get to it. Kopitar reached into by Balnichushkin. Kings get around the stretch stick of Ross Colton. Now Kempe, an assist on the Edmondson goal, will flip it in. Taves is there for Cale Makar, plays out the near side boards, and he'll head to center ice. Makar to the red line, dumps it in. Anderson arrives, far side half wall. He turned it over. It's Ross Colton. Played it into space, but Edmondson was waiting there, and he'll airmail it to the center circle. Cale Makar knocks it down, tries to get away from Trevor Moore, does. Brent Burns, near side wall, drops it back from Makar to shrug off the pressure from Moore. Just underway here in the third period. Again, Colorado a 2-1 lead in game 4. Makar still with the puck. The Landeskog off the heel of his stick, and the Kings are back with it. Center ice, intercept by Nathan McKinnon. Dropped back to him as Landeskog tags up McKinnon, far side circle. McKinnon, a backhander, save made by Anton Forsberg, short side. And the draw will be in the LA zone. 18:34 to go in our third period. A 2-1 lead for Colorado. Tonight's broadcast of the Colorado Avalanche is powered by your local Colorado Buick GMC dealers. So the draw to the right of Forsberg. McKinnon out there with Necas and has been reunited with Arturi Lehkonen. Lehkonen has been up and down the lineup here today. McKinnon wins it back for Burns, and his pass for Kulak goes into the neutral zone. He'll just send it in away from that high LA Kings pressure. One-touch pass from Lawton. Toe drag. That shot misses wide. Hacks it in front off the side of the cage. Jack Drury. Now Necas. Out to center ice. Turned over. Turcotte lets it go. Glove save Wedgwood again. He'll hang on. Death by 1,000 paper cuts here in period 3. Shots are 20-17 Colorado. They have a 2-1 lead. So Kelly will stay out there with O'Connor and Drury. Taves and McCarr go back out there for the Avalanche. McCarr leading the Avs by a wide margin. Already 18 minutes time on ice in this game number 4. Kings won the draw. Anderson off the end boards, went off the back of the net. Drury got knocked down by Byfield. Kings with a loose puck. Moore. Shouldered by Cale Makar, took the puck away. And then Taves will take it. What a play made by Cale Makar to free that up away from Moore. Here's Jack Drury. Drops it for Logan O'Connor. Peels to the point. Snap towards the net, and that's missed by Devon Taves. Makar will step up. Keeps it below the goal line. And now Drew Doughty out to center. And Panarin. This is offside on the Kings. The pass from Panarin to Moore was behind him. And so LA is offside. 17:38 to go in regulation. Kings already credited with 39 hits in this game. It seems like a lot. I think they had 39 total in game number 2. Neutral zone draw. Wall will take it out there with Kadri and Lehkonen. Waugh against Hellenius. And now Hellenius wins it. Dumoulin, near side circle, out to center ice. Waugh got a tip to it. Malinsky lifted the stick. And this is going to be offside again on the Kings. They had 2 players into the zone before the puck entered. And so our 6th faceoff of the third period, not even 3 minutes into it. Waugh against Hellenius again. And we wait. Hellenius wins it. Dumoulin off of Kadri's elbow and deep. Blankenberg into the lineup today for Josh Manson. Upper body injury. Blankenberg lost an edge. Now he's back to his feet. Dug loose. Kadri has it in his skates. Plays it off the boards. Chugging after it is Lehkonen. Ceci gets there first. Puck is pinched up against the wall. Kadri trying to get it loose. Still stuck there. A 5-car pileup against the near boards in the Kings zone. Finally, Dumoulin has it. That pass misses Ceci. Goes right to Malinsky. Kings will change. Malinsky will bring it ahead at his own blue line. And connects with Lehkonen. 2-on-1 developing here. Lehkonen! Save made! Rebound! Score! Jolly old St. Nicholas! It's Nicholas Waugh's second of the series, and Colorado is back up by 2. It's 3-1. Lehkonen was almost shooting for the rebound, and Nicholas Waugh tapped it home. Points in back-to-back games for Nicholas Waugh. Throws it through the wickets of Forsberg. And Colorado gets an early one. 16:46 to go in the third period. It is the Avalanche 3 and the Kings 1. Face-off at center ice. Kopitar wins it away from Nelson. Grant Clark will send it in. Burns Turned it over to Kopitar. Stick is lifted by Brock Nelson. They're going to call a penalty. Unbelievable. There's just no consistency in the NHL anymore. None. Brock Nelson will sit. Kings will get their third power play. They are 0 for 2, 3 shots on those 2 power play opportunities. That is literally nothing happened on that play between Brock Nelson and Anze Kopitar. So a miss from Graham Skilliter, and the Avalanche are on the PK with a 2-goal lead here in the third period of game number 4. Cut off by Taves, and they'll clear it out to the neutral zone. Stabbed loose by Jack Drury. Here he comes short-handed. Near side circle shot, blocker save made by Anton Forsberg. Drury has to get back. Kopitar brings it ahead. Across the blue line, Kings have it set up. Panarin near side wall. Panarin looking for a feed, keeps it himself. Panarin down low through the legs of LaFerriere, and Taves will put it on a tee and send the 3-wood all the way behind the net of Anton Forsberg. 4 minutes gone in the third period in Los Angeles. 1:20 to go in the Kings power play. 3-1 Avalanche. LaFerriere, he'll dump it in off the far glass. Kulak leans into him. Puck is loose. Swatted at by Makar. Kulak trying to pry it free. In the legs of Makar. And it's worked by the Kings all the way around. Now Nichushkin is going to pick it up. 2-on-1 short-handed with Logan O'Connor. Nichushkin holding backdoor for O'Connor through his legs. And Nichushkin will get it back and get it for Brett Kulak off the wall. O'Connor short-handed. Keeps it himself. Hacked down. Loose puck picked up by Val Nichushkin, who lets the shot go. That misses. Burns will apply pressure on Panarin. Kings have the puck in their own zone with 40 seconds to go in the man advantage. Byfield across the Avalanche line, works his way right, holds up at the half wall. Now Drew Doughty up top. Byfield has room to shoot, lets it go. And Wedgwood made the save, couldn't hang on to the rebound. Puck is free. Thought we were going to get the whistle there. Drew Doughty high in the zone. Tip, save made. Wedgwood again. Rebound squirts wide. Lehkonen gets it loose. He had a shorthanded goal in game number 3. He'll bring it himself ahead. Lehkonen shooting. Glove save made by Forsberg. And Forsberg has to hang on to get the faceoff in the Kings zone on the LA power play with 11 seconds to go in number 11, Brock Nelson's minor. Lawton got a piece of this in front, and the rebound was just kicked wide because Devon Taves tied him up just enough in front. Face off to the left of Forsberg. Jack Drury will take it. Won by Sammy Helenius. Ceci, right circle to near. Dumoulin looks ahead. Helenius' pass is broken up. Cale Makar off the window. Back into the neutral zone. Jack Drury. Power play is over. The Avalanche are perfect on the penalty kill. 3 for 3 here in game 4. Dumped in by Nelson. Parker Kelly frees it up. Nelson throws a hit. Puck goes off his skates. Now Ceci will get it off the wall behind Helenius. And Brett Kulak will flip it off the blade of Brian Dumoulin, who settles it down near side circle in the Kings zone. LA black and silver, right to left here in the third period. The Avs white, burgundy, and blue the opposite direction. Malinsky at center ice for Gabe Landeskog just off the bench. Leads it for Nathan McKinnon. He spins away from danger. McKinnon high in the zone. Devon Taves. He shoots. He scores! It's a laser from Taser. Devon Taves gets his first goal of the Stanley Cup playoffs, and 6 minutes into the third period, it's 4-1 Avalanche. Taves has points in back-to-back games as well. Picked up a helper in game number 3. That's points in 3 straight in this series. And he gets his 13th ever goal in the postseason to increase the lead to 4-1 Colorado. Perfectly placed over the left shoulder of Anton Forsberg. Landeskog and Natchez were both providing the screen in front, and that is picture perfect from number 7. Down from the draw, in the neutral zone, straight up in the air. It hit the helmet of Al Nichushkin. Now Artemi Panarin will dump it in. Malinsky off his skate. Al Nichushkin between his legs. Bouncing pucks, wadded to center. Dowdy was going to go off for a change. Nichushkin tracking him down, and now Anderson for Byfield. He drops it for Trevor Moore. Leaned into by Ross Colton. Poked around Devon Taves, who recovers. He will clear. This should slow up. There's no icing. Well done by Devon Taves to throw it perfectly about 6 feet shy of the goal line and get the Avalanche some fresh legs. Lehkonen on the forecheck. Got it away from Dowdy. Pinching his Kadri. Lehkonen stays with it. Knocks it away from Turcotte. Goes to Mikey Anderson on the far side for Los Angeles. Lehkonen the hit. Lawton cruises behind the net of Anton Forsberg. Bumped by Kadri. Great forecheck here from this line from Colorado. Kulak towards the net. Tipped and a save made by Anton Forsberg. He'll cover up. And we will take a timeout. 12:54 to go in the third period in Game 4 in L.A. Waugh has his second of the series. Taves has his first. And the Avalanche have a 4-1 lead over the Kings. You're listening to the Stanley Cup playoffs on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Altitude Sports Radio 92.5 starts your day with Brett Kane at 6.
Wedgwood has been as consistent as a goaltender could be over the course of 82 games.
At 7, it's Mosher, Lombardi, and Kane.
Let me tell you something about Parker Kelly. His game has blossomed.
The morning sprint from 10 to noon. PhD noon to 3. Kreckman and Lindahl 3 to 6.
The amount of goal scorers that you have, I'm going to trust them to take advantage of those opportunities in a playoff series.
Talking Avs all day tomorrow on Altitude Sports Radio 92.5.
The biggest savings of the year from the oldest family-owned Toyota dealership in the Denver Metro. Groove Toyota. Limited time. During the over and above sales event. 53 pre-owned vehicles under $15,000. Visit GrooveToyota.com to see the selection. Don't wait. Find your groove with pre-owned vehicles under $15,000 at GrooveToyota.com. Start here. Go anywhere.
Offer expires 5/4/26. Not all will qualify. Restrictions apply. With approved credit. Call 720-961-4465 for complete details.
Rep the A.
Anxious will steal it away to his left, and Nathan McKinnon down the boards into the circle. McKinnon at the hash marks up top for Taves. Manson available. Manson lets it go. Thrown in front. Tucked in by McKinnon. Revenge is a dish best served cold.
And stop by the Altitude Authentics team store at Ball Arena for official Avalanche gear and accessories. Or shop online anytime at AltitudeAuthentics.com for the latest styles all season long.
The Stanley Cup playoffs. The Avalanche and Kings on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Third period in LA. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. Brought to you by Berg Simpson across the vast Altitude Sports Radio Network.
The biggest names in the game.
By Kudrov, score! The Lightning win it!
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Face off in the King zone, won by the Avalanche. Burns will get it deep. Jack Drury is there. He gets the puck loose, surrounded by, again, 3 Kings. Gold, frankincense, and myrrh may be on the ice in the corner to the left of Anton Forsberg. Here comes Quentin Byfield, centers it off the stick of Wedgwood. Avalanche will clear the puck. I think it's going to slow up enough. Icing is waved off. Logan O'Connor, the speedster, able to get there on the heels of Brian Dumoulin. Dumoulin through the neutral zone. Kulak will intercept off the boards, settled down by Burns. And now LA has it back. Panarin around Landeskog. Over the backhand of Byfield. He's bumped by Kulak. Puck is loose. Wing and a prayer one-timer from Trevor Moore. Natchez will get to it. Chops at the puck, stays in the ring. Anderson knocks it down. Pass up top for Drew Doughty. Anderson at the near point. That goes off his skate. Right for Panarin. Can't get turned around for a shot. Now he lets it go. And that ricocheted about 3 times. And went over the top of the net of Scott Wedgwood. Byfield leads it for Panarin. Working high in the zone away from Marty Natchez. Lets it go. And it hits the backside. Not of Water, but of Kulak. And his top line still can't clear the zone. Now they can. Natchez into the path of McKinnon on a breakaway. Forsberg the save. McKinnon already a goal and an assist in this game. Looking to make a 2-for-1. 11:20 to go in the third period. 4-1 Avalanche in Game 4, trying to close out the Kings. Tagging up is Ross Colton. Back for Brock Nelson down to the near side. Nelson for Colton in his skates. Can't return the favor. Kings will dig it out. Adrian Kempe across his own blue line now to center. LaFerriere receives the pass behind him. LaFerriere shot misses wide glove side. Kempe settles it down, keeps it alive. Shot towards the net. Pad save. Wedgwood. Blankenberg shovels the backhander through the neutral zone. Opened up by Ross Colton. Brock Nelson headed towards the net. Nelson tried to turn the forehander. He was hooked on the way through. That's much more of a penalty on Nelson than he had on Anze Kopitar. Now it's Jeff Malott. Back for Edmondson. Does he have two in him? Shot is tipped wide by Malott off the end glass. Ward with it. Up the boards. Now he reverses course. Near side half wall, Edmondson again. Puck goes through everybody. Waugh trying to track it down. Hellenius high in the zone. Edmondson doesn't have a shot. He'll dump it deep. Ward picks it up. 10:15 to go in the third period. 4-1 Colorado. Off the bench is Edmondson. Out in front. Save made by Wedgwood. He'll smother it as a crowd gathers. Not as much bad temperament as back in the first period. Everyone goes their separate ways rather peacefully. 10:08 to go in the third period. The Avalanche have 4 and the Kings have 1. Today's game is brought to you by Intermountain Healthcare, helping people live the healthiest lives possible. Malinsky and McCarr will go off. Burns and Kulak will come on. Kadri, Waugh, and Avs need one more. Avs are down to forward. Jack Drury, there we go. Kings win the draw underneath the skater Brant Clark. And it goes to center ice. Waugh leans into Clark. Puck loose in the neutral zone. Kadri gets it barely across the LA line. Kempe back with it. Sends it to his right. Clark gets around one stick check. Now below the goal line. He throws on the brakes. Gives it right to Nicholas Waugh. Lehkonen back through the neutral zone. Lobs it ahead. Knocked down by Nazem Kadri. They say it's a high stick. And they also say it's time for a timeout. 9:41 to go in the third period of Game 4. The Avalanche are up by 3. 4-1 Colorado. You're listening to the Stanley Cup playoffs on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Unlock the savings at Boost Mobile and save up to $600 a year. I've been scouting these big carriers for a minute now, and I've seen them pull the same play 1,000 times. They promise you the world, then hit you with a price hike right when the game gets tight. But Boost Mobile, their $25 a month unlimited wireless plan is the most consistent player on the floor. No contracts, no price hikes. Unlock the savings today at boostmobile.com/unlock. Based on average annual single line payment of AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile customers compared to 12 months of the Boost Mobile unlimited wireless plan as of January 2026. For full offer details, visit boostmobile.com.
Discover incredible savings at the Mountain High Appliance Clearance Center in Denver. I'm Brad Barnett, president of Mountain High Appliance. Our clearance center offers a huge selection of ranges, refrigerators, laundry, and more. Save up to 60% on open box, scratch and dent, display models, and overstocked appliances from Bosch, Thermador, KitchenAid, and many more. When you're looking for great deals on appliances, our clearance center is your go-to destination for the best prices and selection.
Mountain High Appliance, your favorite appliance store.
Thank you.
When your project demands safety, reliability, and skilled craftsmanship, hire a contractor backed by IBEW Local 68. Our electricians complete over 10,000 hours of training, deliver industry-leading safety performance, and bring the expertise needed for commercial, industrial, and renewable energy projects across Colorado. Build with confidence, build with the best. Find a union electrical contractor at IBEW68.com/contractors. IBEW Local 68, powering Colorado's future.
You've got the Avalanche on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
.41 to go in the third period. Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles. The Avalanche have a 4-1 lead over the Kings with engineer extraordinaire Mike Dooley. Chris Mitchell in our NHL Today studios. Mark Bertinoli is at Buffalo Rose in Golden, Colorado. I'm Connor McGahey. Thank you for listening. Ball Corporation brings you Avalanche hockey on the Altitude Sports Radio Network. Ball Corporation all in for the Avs. Aluminum all in. The Kings are all in the zone here as Cale McCarr can't clear the zone. Downey lets the shot go from the far point. And it's right down the pipe for Scott Wedgwood to hang on to. 9 minutes and 30 seconds to go in regulation. Shots are 27-20, Colorado. They have goals from McKinnon, McCarr, Waugh, and Taves. Face-off left side of Wedgwood is going to be waited on as Byfield is asked to leave. In comes Moore. Face-off won by Nelson. Taves off the dasher. Pinching are the Kings. Trevor Moore. Save made by Wedgwood. Point-blank range. Colorado can't clear the zone. Finally they do. Ross Colton backwards and finally out to center. Avalanche need to get that puck all the way in the Kings zone. It's just barely trickled across their own blue line. Taves back with it. Tries to send it ahead. Now for Cale Makar. Puck like Velcro on his stick. Gets away from the forecheck of Trevor Moore. Makar. Now for Val Nichushkin. Down the right side. Nichushkin cuts to the middle. Nichushkin looking for a shot. He let it go. He missed. Not by much though. Taves. Tossed up top for Burns. Threads the needle. Blocker save Forsberg. Puck will roll to the neutral zone. Val Nichushkin back with it. Lobs a backhander for Taves. He sends it up the near wall. Anderson immediately sends it the other way. Scott Lawton was deep. Tags up. Kings will dump it in. Burns. Onto the backhand of Nicholas Waugh. 2-on-2 with Nazem Kadri. Waugh elects to go to the near side and Arturi Lehkonen. Behind the Kings net, Lehkonen. Off the far boards to the point. Blankenberg doesn't take the shot. Burns does. Rolling puck loose in front. Kicked free by the Kings. And Turcotte will head the other way. Down the wall. Held up by Kadri. They get entwined. Fans want a call. May have deserved one. Blankenberg has run over. This is Sky to center where it's gloved down by Kempe. Plays it to his own stick. Play continues. Drops it now for LaFerriere with 8 minutes to go in the third period. Avs up by 3. Blankenberg throws the body. Malinsky into the skates of Anze Kopitar. That's disrupted. McKinnon trying to hunt it down away from Drew Doughty. Doughty escapes. Landeskog. He'll steal it and send it back across center. Doughty to Anderson misses. Malinsky couldn't handle it. Puck was rolling. Now it's Anderson back up top for LaFerriere. Drops it for Doughty. Big drive. Where's the puck? Loose in the far corner. McKinnon had it, and that will glide luckily to center for Colorado. Kings with it again. LaFerriere sends it in off the corner boards. Malinsky tracks it down. Welcomes in more pressure. Sends it ahead over the head. Speaking of which, of Natchez hit one of the dividers in between the pieces of glass, and that caused it to change direction. Icing on the Avalanche was 7:07. An old aircraft, yes. With the amount of time remaining in our third period, the Avalanche have a 4-1 lead over the Los Angeles Kings, looking to sweep the series. Young fan, they usually show the overserved adults chugging beverages of an alcoholic variety. This young fan is chugging a bowl of popcorn like that. It's more my speed. This is bounced in on Wedgwood and at home plate. He'll settle it down. 6:55 to go in the third period. Shots are 29-22. Colorado, they lead 4-1, looking to sweep a series for the 6th time in franchise history. Last 2 times they did it. 2022, they did it twice. First round against Nashville and the conference final against the Edmonton Oilers. Face-off won by the Avs. Taves in space. Over the fingertips of Edmondson. Falls for Clark. And they say it's not a hand pass, just a deflection. Clark to the red line. Off the boards, Makar. Backhand to forehand. Parker Kelly gets to the candy stripe and he'll arc it deep. O'Connor takes a hit. Puck is below the goal line, the Kings zone. Kelly keeps it there for a moment. Through O'Connor. Edmondson now. Backwards for Clark. Left side circle out to center ice. Artemi Panarin. His dump in goes right to Taves. Drury. Fake the forehand pass. Backhand goes to Cale Makar. He'll skate it to center ice. Makar down the left side. Makar hold it. Plays it now for Ross Colton to the point and Brock Nelson. There's no defenseman back, so now Wedgwood has to come out and play it. Burns from Wedgwood. He's run over. Centering feed is lofted ahead, and Lawton has to knock it down. That whole play is odd. This is going to be a hand pass on the Kings. It went right back to the point, and Dumoulin can't get a shot off. Stoppage in play. We'll take our final timeout. 5:53 to go in the third in Los Angeles. Avalanche 4, and the Kings 1 in Game 4. You're listening to the Stanley Cup playoffs on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Avs faithful, choosing aluminum makes you the MVP. Like a top-shelf slapper or a game-winning assist, aluminum makes an impact. Whether you're cheering from the stands or at home, you can assist by buying and recycling aluminum. Visit aluminumassists.com to be a part of the action. Let's go all in for the Avalanche. All in for aluminum. Ball. All in.
This is Todd Frayton's heart. He's begun his wellness journey. This is its sound on a treadmill, at a slight incline, on a stroll through the forest. And this is the heart of Maria Sanchez, his physician. What's it doing here? A lot, actually, because when we partner with you, we don't just offer a strategic plan and status updates. We put our hearts into it, beat for beat. We call it the power of we. Intermountain Health.
I've never put much stock in astrology, but with the new multiplier scratch, the stars are aligned for some pretty big prizes. Because no matter your moon sign or what Mercury's up to, your win can get multiplied up to 200 times, with prizes up to $1 million, which could steer your life into a very interesting new phase. New multiplier scratch from the Colorado Lottery. Multiply your win up to 200 times. Must be 18 to play.
The Avalanche on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
.553 to go in the third period. Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles, California. The Avalanche have a 3-0 series lead and a 4-1 lead in this hockey game, game number 4. Trying to close it out and move on to face the winner of Minnesota and Dallas, a series that is tied at 2 and will at least go 6 games. Before the whistle, a hand pass on the Kings, so the faceoff will come into the neutral zone. We invite you to tune in for the Ball Corporation postgame show following the game. Ball Corporation all in for the Avs. Aluminum all in. Forsberg stays in the net for now. McKinnon, Landeskog, Natchez, Kulak, and Burns out there for the Colorado Avalanche. Kopitar will take it. Back for Brant Clark off the wing. And this is a high stick on Landeskog. It was close. And so now the draw will advance into the Kings zone. And there goes Forsberg to the bench with LA down by 3. And under 6 minutes to go. McKinnon, 11 of 12 from the faceoff dot this afternoon, 91.7%. And he wins this one away from Kopitar. Kulak, off a body, falls for Natchez. He's got Landeskog in an open net. Natchez into the Kings zone, holds up. McKinnon for his second of the night. You betcha! And that may be the nail in the coffin for the LA Kings. A 3-point game for Nathan McKinnon. 2 goals and a helper. And they're headed for the freeways here in Los Angeles. With 5:38 to go in the third, it's Colorado 5 and the Kings 1. Natchez waited just long enough to get it for Nathan McKinnon. Kopitar couldn't win the draw in the offensive zone with the extra skater. McKinnon won it away. And he's been an absolute monster. 2 goals and an assist. 90% from the faceoff dot. And they've been really quiet all series. Here's Kadri with a toe drag. That shot is blocked by Dumoulin. And this should be icing on the Kings as it makes its way past Blankenburg. And the faceoff will be in the Los Angeles zone. 5:18 to go in the third period. A 4-goal lead for Colorado. The Avalanche have scored 3 straight here in the third. It was 2-1. Colorado after 2. The LA couldn't hang on. Drury the draw. Wins it backwards for Burns. His shot blocked. Goes right to Blankenberg. He'll get it deep behind the net. It's Dumoulin. His feet up the boards. It's blocked, and now it's stuck in the corner. Avs are fine with this. 5 minutes on the nose to go in regulation. White digs it out. Drury takes it back off of Lawton. Pass to the point. Burns will take it towards the net. Blocker save. Forsberg falls for Drury. Can't get it towards the net front. Scraping it loose is Parker Kelly. Drury for Blankenberg. For Burns, lets it go. Deflected just wide of Forsberg. Kelly the rebound. Bottom of the near circle. Up top for Blankenberg. 2 goals in his last 4 games overall. Turcotte the steal, and he'll emerge out of the Kings zone as he slithers his way to the red line. Flips it right into the glove of Burns. He turned it over. Backhand save made by Wedgwood. As Ward tried to score in his playoff debut. There's the 4th line again for LA. Malott and Hellenius trying to stir things up. Kings are down by 4 with 4:24 to go in game 4. LA snuck into the postseason with 90 points, 35, 27, and 20. Went to overtime, an NHL record 33 times this year. We missed that information from Graham Skilleter. The microphone came on late. Somebody get a misconduct? Nope. Everybody's on the ice. Okay then. Face off to the right of Wedgwood, left side of the ice. Here at a rather quiet Crypto.com arena, downtown LA. Avs in the draw, Malinsky. Parks it to center ice, bouncing puck through the legs of Alnichushkin and over the blade of Ross Colton. Ward for Brant Clark, sends it ahead. Wedgwood will watch Malinsky send it off the glass. And I think this took a deflection. It won't be a penalty on the Avalanche, but a fan sitting in the front row is actually taking the puck to the head. The linesman was the first one there to point it out, and he's gotten the attention of the ushers here at Crypto.com Arena. That was David Brisebois who noticed it. Bottom of the section right next to the Avalanche penalty box. And Brisebois, to his credit, went over to the penalty box, asked for a towel from the off-ice official, and then tossed it into the stands so they could at least stop the bleeding. The puck had some pace on it as it went off his stick. It then went off the glass and then landed in the front row. The play will resume. Face-off won by the Kings. Brant Clark gets it in. 4 minutes to go in the third period. Kulak scrapes it free. Nazem Kadri with it. Lehkonen heading out towards center ice. Puck underneath him. Kadri from Nicholas Waugh. Near side circle, Kadri. He stops. Centers it. Broken up by Lehkonen as it got through a forest of Kings. And now it's a one-timer. Kadri misses. Falls behind Lehkonen. Up top for Kulak. All the way through for Kadri. He'll try again. Then Forsberg will make the save. Puck goes into the netting. 3:34 to go in the third period. The Avs are up by 4. Now we see that Jeff Malott has left. I think he got the misconduct. Yes, he's the only one. So Malott's season is done. He sits in the locker room for the remainder of this third period. 3 minutes and 34 seconds left in it. Forsberg has an equipment issue, his left pad. He's making repairs. I think he just came loose for a little bit. Avs have been unbelievably good on the road. Won game 3 here in Los Angeles. 30th road win of the season. Paves a shot. Kick save made by Forsberg. As for the NHL's best road team during the regular season, franchise record for away points was 63 and tied the franchise mark for road wins 29. Here the Kings, Byfield a shot, pass save Wedgwood. Avs sent it up, blocked. Cale McCall recovers. Now for Parker Kelly. Through the center circle. Avs finished the season an 8-game road winning streak. Third longest run in franchise history. 14-1. Their last 15 games away from Ball Arena. That is not including this one here today. That is not yet a foregone conclusion, but we're getting close. 2:47 to go in the third period. Avalanche 5 and the Kings 1. Brock Nelson will tip it around Dumoulin. Into the corner. Nelson hangs on to it to the point and Burns. Burns towards the net. That again hits the shaft of his stick. Goes into the screen. 2.5 to go in the third period. 5-1 Colorado. Shots 33-24 Avalanche. And this could be the last game for Anze Kopitar. Most games played in franchise history for the Kings, 15-21. Most assists, most points. Marcel Dion has the most goals. Kopitar third in that category. Face-off won by Colorado. Burns along the red line into the skates of Nazem Kadri. Settles it down. Backwards now for Blankenburg. Angles it near side wall for Waugh. He'll arch it into the glove of Forsberg, and he hangs on to it. Another whistle. One of many here in the third period, but Colorado's in no hurry. Kopitar onto the ice, and the fans to their feet. You can tell he's emotional. .2:17 left. Time for plenty of shifts. Maybe 2 or 3. But he's going to take this face-off, and Jack Drury lets him win it. Class move by Jack Drury. LaFerriere will tip it in. No icing on Los Angeles. Drury will get to the loose puck. Onto the backhand of Parker Kelly. 2-on-2 to the LA line. 2 minutes to go in game 4. 5-1 lead for the Avalanche. LaFerriere for Anze Kopitar. Broken up by Burns. Now LaFerriere around Drury. Burns will shadow him to the corner. Got a piece of it. Blankenburg to loose change. Kelly up and out through neutral ice. Hands are reaching for it. Brought back in. LaFerriere had to wait for Kempe to get out of the zone. 99 seconds to go in the hockey game. Edmondson near side circle. The Avs are about to advance. Trevor Moore. Now for Brant Clark as Quentin Byfield lost an edge. Panarin. Drop pass for Moore. His shot, short side, save made by Wedgwood, and he's got it stuck in the right armpit. May have fallen into his blocker. Tosses it from his blocker over his head, into the glove. And for my next trick, 1:16 to go in the third period. Kopitar coming back onto the ice a minute later, as predicted. He will take this offensive zone draw against Brock Nelson. Kopitar, one of the great face-off takers of modern NHL history. He wins this one, but the Avalanche get there first. .53% in his NHL career for Anze Kopitar. Minute to go in the series. LaFerriere down the near side boards, canceled out by the Avalanche. Ross Colton leads it for Valentin. Sam Malinsky will cede possession to Anze Kopitar. Touch of the puck, knock the end wall for Drew Doughty. What will his future hold for the Kings? Mikey Anderson through a set of legs. Kopitar has it broken up. LaFerriere has to go backwards. 30 seconds to go in the third period. 5-1 is the lead for the Avalanche. Kopitar down the far wing for Adrian Kempe. Back for Kopitar. Nick Waugh will steal it. And now Kadri. Stick handles across the LA line. 18 seconds left. Lehkonen at the slot. Back up top for Blankenburg. Burns will keep it himself. 12 seconds to go. Burns sends it deep. Mikey Anderson intercepts. Anderson leaves it in the far corner for Adrian Kempe. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Checkmate! Colorado cleans up the LA Kings and sweeps them out of the Stanley Cup playoffs, winning all 4 games. They win Game 4 by a final score of 5-1. Goals from Nathan McKinnon, Cale Makar, Nicholas Waugh, and Devon Toews get it done. And now Colorado will await the winner of Minnesota and Dallas. Both teams are set up for handshake lines at center ice, and it may take longer than usual because Anze Kopitar is suiting up in a National Hockey League game for the last time in his career. Words are exchanged with Marty Necas, same relative region of the globe. Kopitar is the first one down the line. The chant is coping.